Yeah, welcome to another great episode of ArtCo Drone Solutions here in Smoky, Colorado. It has been an interesting day to hear because of the wildfires up in Canada. The air quality here in the Denver metro area it's horrible. It got up to 158 was the highest that I saw. Now it's down to 147 last I looked. And it's like fog out there. And I wondered why I was having a crappy night sleeping last night because, I was coughing. I'm like, oh, why am I coughing? And then this morning, yes, I got up early this morning because I was going to do some overtime. And I looked at the weather, and on the weather, it has air quality on there. I'm like going, holy crap, it's way up there. No wonder my chest feels kind of heavy, and I did go to work. Uh, they never turned on the power, so I just came back home. So let's get this show going. Let's go start off with some dad jokes. Which bear is the most condescending? A panda. Okay, I don't know. Charles is like, I don't know about that. He's praying that I don't do any more jokes. He's praying, oh God, let this be short. I swear, Charles, it'll be short. All right, gotta scroll down. What kind of noise does a witch make? Broom, broom. Okay. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Yeah. Two guys walk in the bar. The third guy ducked. How do you get a country girl's attention? A tractor. Why are elevator jokes so classic and good? They work on many levels. What do you call a pudgy psychic? A fortune teller. What did the police officer say to his belly button? You're under a vest. What do you call it when a group of 8 starts a company? Monkey business. Let's see if there's any other better jokes. What kind of drink can be bitter and sweet? Reality. What do you call a naughty lamb dressed up like a skeleton for Halloween? Bad to the bone. Want to know why nurses like red crayons? Sometimes they have to draw blood. What would the Terminator be called in his retirement? The ex-Terminator. What did Tennessee? The same thing as Arkansas. My wife asked me to go get 6 cans of Sprite from the grocery store. I realized when I got home that I had picked 7 up. Why do bees have sticky hair? Because they use a honeycomb. Why do couples go to the gym? Because they want their relationship to work out. What do you call an angry musician flipping someone off? A songbird. What's the most detailed oriented ocean? The Pacific. Alrighty, that is all. Let's 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 bring in our guest all the way from the northeast. We're gonna do geographical. We'll go northeast and then we'll go south. All right, he's always in charge. It's Charles in charge. Welcome,
Hey, Art.
welcome.
Hey, everybody in the chat. How
So
you
how
doing,
you
Art?
doing up there? Are you getting any of the smoke?
No,
Oh boy,
no.
wow.
It seems like the wildfires are mostly out west.
Yeah. Most of the smoke is coming from British Columbia and Saskatchewan. I said that right that time.
Yeah, I had a friend long time ago. I had a friend up in Canada who lived out on the western western end of it, and well, she just like got out of town just before they started.
Wow. Alrighty, let's welcome our blah, blah. Welcome our next guest all the way from Port St. Lucie, Florida. Let's welcome the effervescent Uncle Bill. Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Bill.
Effervescent. Hi, how you
Yeah.
doing, Charles? How you doing, Art? I don't know if I'm effervescent. I'm just vescent. You know, I don't don't
Oh,
don't
okay.
take it to that level. Okay. How's everybody? How's everybody in the chat? How's everybody in the world? How's my color? Am I purple today?
You look great.
No,
You look great.
Is this
actually, you
normal?
look surprisingly
Yeah,
on point.
you're
I
Your
look
not.
skin looks like
surprisingly
skin.
what? Like there's a point on my head? What?
No, I said your
Surprised-
color looks surprisingly on point. Your skin
On
looks like
point.
skin.
Really? I don't know. It looks
Yeah.
green to me. What the hell? Anyway, hi guys. How are you? I just
I'm
I gotta get my mind together now because I left work a little early because I'm still feeling a little under the weather, and I took a nice long nap. I'm feeling great now. Good enough to have an avata.
Oh, good. Avata. Well, same
Here's the
here. I'll
hell.
be opening up a cold one right now.
This isn't an empty bottle like last week.
No.
Kept waving around an empty
Oh.
beer all night long like some wino begging for money. I Not that you'd beg for money. How are you, Artie?
I'm doing all right. Throat is a little scratchy from all this smoke that we've got here from the wildfires. It all started yesterday when I came home from work. I thought, wow, are we having a rainstorm coming? And I looked and I got closer and closer and I go, this looks like fog, but it's too warm for fog. So it was the smoke from the fire.
Barkley says I look jaundiced. That's my Asian look. And how is your San Miguel, sir?
It's good. Let's say hello to everybody in the chat.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. We got Joel, Mr. Skyfly. We got Matty's Drone World. We got Barkley, 107 Drones. Dustin, One Vision Aerial. Because we can't have two Vision Aerials unless he was cross-eyed. We got Warren, the Cure Show. Charles Galusky. Scott Nadeau, Mr. B Outdoor Misadventures, Don Mudball. Don, I sent you a link if you want to pop in. We got Laura, Little Llama Laura, Jim Beauchart. Hey, Jim, sent
Hey,
you a
Jim.
link. Pop in. Richard Wagner, welcome, welcome. Good to see you, new guy. And Dominic Northside Hockey will not be joining us today because, he just recently had a birthday and he is with a cousin that he's having lunch with. So, Dominic, have a good lunch. We got Keith, a Jeep, a drone, and an old man. Welcome, welcome. And we got Joe Merca, USA Drone Flyer. And Steve Knowles, another one of our friends from jolly old England. And I saw some other new names earlier. Oh, there was Ms. G. Castro. Welcome, welcome. She's a new one. And Lee, Yellow Rose Drone, good to see you. And that is it. So we got a good crowd so far. And TJ, Giggles and Drones. Mika Steve. Hey Steve, good to see you. Alrighty.
So wait, did you say he has a birthday date or something? Is that what's going on? He's having
Yes, he's with
really?
one of his
I
relatives.
wonder who bought
yeah.
that for him. What?
Yeah. One of his relatives, his cousin, I believe.
Yeah, that's like
He hasn't
yeah. We
seen-
always use
yeah.
that one. Yeah, it's my cousin. Yeah,
Yeah. Mhm.
this is my cousin's chartreuse. On my yeah. Okay. Well, good for
Richard
him.
he's got a question. Shoot away, Richard. What is your question?
Yes, because if you're going to wait for anything appropriate on this stream, you'll be waiting a long
Yeah.
time. So you may as well ask it now.
So yes,
But
this is a
that's the
drone
question.
channel. Normally.
Maybe that's the question. When will this be appropriate?
Yeah.
Never.
Must you report to the NTSB or DOT of drone flyaway resulting in a loss of a drone? Not a known crash, but a loss of aircraft. This is in the U.S. I don't have my 107. I don't know the answer to that question.
You know what? I think it's only if there's been any damages or injury.
Yeah, if there's injury
What
or
say
over
you,
$500 in property
Really?
damage.
Because it's odd. Because what if you crash your plane in the middle of the forest and no fire starts, nobody gets injured? Don't you still have to report that?
Well, yeah, because that would be more than $500 worth of damage.
Yeah.
Well, what if it lands in a field and doesn't damage anything? Oh, the plane itself is more than $500. What if you have a $3,000 drone and it flies away?
That's a good question.
If you wreck your drone but don't damage anybody's house, then you still have to report it. And I think you report it to the FAA. I don't think you have to report it to NTSB or DOT.
Right. I believe you're right, Charles.
Well, I know that Dot, and she's just a busybody. I don't tell her anything. So it's right down the street. See, since I don't know the answer to the question, I try to be funny instead. $500 does not include the aircraft. Okay, well, I didn't think so. I was just trying to be, So you could just crash your plane in the middle of nowhere in uncharted land and not report it. Or how about in the ocean? I mean, unless there are environmental concerns, I suppose.
Yep.
Paul Wedgenbig.
Hey, Paul.
Paul, do
Paul.
you believe they can give you a ticket for that?
Hey, congratulations, Paul. He got his case dismissed. He did plead to interfering with an officer. Okay, that's
garbage.
What now?
Yeah. He got his case dismissed, but he did plead guilty to interfering with an officer.
Wow.
Yeah.
With what? With what? His ability to take lunch break?
Yeah. I don't know.
Well,
possibly mouthing off to the cops saying, I don't believe you know what you're talking about, officer. I was
Paul, what's not correct?
I don't know that he was drinking a bottle of San Miguel when he did it, because that might have been. I don't believe you can give me. Well, sure, I can write you. I can write you a ticket for standing standing under a tree. Doesn't mean it's going to stick. We'd write you a ticket for your mismatched shirt, and pants.
Paul,
write you a ticket
if
for your
I'm
lack
not
of
correct,
style.
please give us the lowdown.
Oh, only if the U.S. holds an airworthiness certificate or any person suffers serious injury or death. Captain Joe. That's not correct. It definitely wasn't a Bud Light. Dude, what are you saying? You're so uninclusive. I feel endangered by your words. That's your words are violence.
Hey, we got Gene. Good to see you,
Hey, Gene.
Gene.
Words are violence. You know that, right? So anyway, Artie, I wish I'd gotten up earlier so I had something to talk about. I have something to talk about. I got a message from the. I thought it was going to be one of those fake messages, one of those bullshit, because it came from this St. Lucie County. I saw the phone line. It said, "Oh, why is the county calling me Saturday at 6:30 at night?" Sounds like horseshit to me, right? But apparently, it's a service because I'm signed up for a service with the police department for Port St. Lucie alerts to let me know that someone on a specific address had filed for a noise permit. And the fact that they're telling me today, and it being Saturday, somebody's going to have a block party or something. Somebody's going to have an outdoor party. It's going to get loud, and they probably have Dot. That Dot person I mentioned. She probably lives next door with her sister Karen, and he probably has problems with her. And the neighbors, so you get a permit so you don't get the police knocking on your door because your music's too loud for after 9 o'clock or 10 or 11 o'clock, whatever the variant, the ordinance is here in Port St. Lucie, which I actually don't know. My wife says 11. I thought it was 10. In any case, I checked the address. It's like an 18-minute drive from here.
Wow, it must have been a heck of a party.
Unless they're testing like thermonuclear devices, I'm pretty sure I'm not going to hear it.
Yeah.
People, right? And we live in Florida. People that complain about the noise, it's Florida. It's effing hot. Even still 81 degrees right now at, 7:24 at night in early May or mid-May, late May, whatever it is.
Late May, yeah.
Late May. Thank you for reminding. I forget. Anyway, we don't really. What do you really hear? Our windows and doors are shut tight. We got AC. We got central air running. At worst, the house right across the street, you might hear thump, 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 thump. Turn the TV up. Then the neighbors will complain about your TV being too loud. But, what I mean? I just, I don't know. The neighbors over there, you can see where I'm pointing, right? Caddy corner to where we are here. So not across the street, but one house over. There must have been 30 cars for Mother's Day. Big old party like that. Didn't hear a thing.
Wow.
People are stupid. People have fun once in a while. Yep. Now, 2 o'clock in the morning, if they're waking me up, then that's a different story. But it'd have to be loud.
Yeah, well, we got Catskill Brad.
Hey,
Brad, did your keychain arrive? I hope it arrived okay. And same with TJ. Did you get the coffee yet? And I saw that Steve Carpenter is in the chat, and we got Jody Drone Shots. Welcome, welcome.
Did you, Steve Carpenter? Do you want to send him a link?
Yes, I think I did send him a link. I'll check and make sure.
He complains about you never inviting him in. I've heard him do it. And look, it's Maddie and Warren and Captain Joe.
I send him a link.
I saw you noticed that Artie called me an Alka-Seltzer.
Mike B.
Drop me in water and it bubbles right up. Let me see who else might be. Hey Artie, did I show you my what I ordered myself? I forgot I ordered it. Stuff disappears.
You show.
Here's the sticker that came with it. The sticker, Master Air Screw. Master Air Screw last month had a 25% off everything allegedly everything in the
store
on the website. But apparently it only counted for the most they only took 25% off the most expensive thing because it wasn't 25%.
Oh, yeah.
That ticked me off. I was like, I didn't see anything like that. I ordered 3 things, one for each drone.
Right.
And I went all tell, baby, all orange. See? Orange. That's for my Mini too. These are the the latest and greatest. Because the ones on my Mini 2 developed like a little hairline crack in them. They were still okay. No, I think a chunk did come off the one. I didn't even notice it flew fine. Anyway, so I got a replacement for that, which I may or may not put on because I put brand new DJI ones on it, and I like that at least. But orange, and I got. Can you see the orange? The little orange dot. I got orange for my DJI FPV. Now I had blue ones on there, and these are the cool ones. These are the Master Air Screw, the pluses that are actually kind of transparent-ish. They're not opaque. Because I had the blue ones that are in Boynton Beach. And by the way, there's a meetup in Boynton tomorrow. Anybody in Florida wants to go there. A friend of mine, actually, that they don't know, said he might be going. So my mailman. But Al, South Florida Drone Flyers is having a get-together at the very famous spot where I lost my drone after hitting the crane. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Boynton. Awesome. Anyway, and then I got one for my Air 2S. And the funny thing is, I ordered orange for all three of them because, your kids have to match when you take them out, And what color is that? Does that look orange? It looks orange on your screen. But you know what color that really is? It's bright yellow.
Oh, boy.
The dot's bright yellow. It's not my imagination. Boy, it looks orange when I pull. No, see? Yellow.
Yeah.
Supposed to be orange.
Orange.
So I got a little upset and said, well, okay, that's fine. Yellow's fine. Yellow's bright and easy to see in the sky and like that. But then if you look at see, a little quality control makes you nervous. What does that say?
Stealth orange.
It says orange. And you know what color they are?
Yellow.
Orange. The guy who puts the dots on the box needs, they need to
maybe it was
to hire somebody who's not, colorblind for that job.
All right, let's welcome Steve Carpenter.
Oh, he did come in. I was only kidding.
He's been yelling in the chat saying, "I'm backstage."
Just joking. Hi, Steve.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Art. Hi, Charles. And hello, everybody.
Long time no see, Steve. Good to see you.
Look at the cute bag. It comes in a nice bag.
Yeah. Master Air Screw does a nice job in their packaging.
Yeah. I got a little baggie.
Yeah.
And they are orange. So these are going on. The Mini 2, with the screws, and then they got the Loctite on them, and then they use them with the screws again. You need to put I'll just leave those on there for now. However, I will put these on. And I will put them on the FPV.
Oh, excuse me.
So there we go. Awesome. I might sell the Mini 2 if anybody wants it. I don't know. I don't think people are giving good money for them anymore. What do you think, Steve? You want it?
No. I have too many drones as it is.
Yeah. I know, but
and not enough time to fly the ones I have.
Me too. Not flying them a lot. I'd kind of like to get the 3, and buy it with the RC controller.
Who got the RC controller is Rod, Hot Rod Daytona. He got the RC Pro controller.
But not the Pro, the RC controller. I mean, the Pro is $1,200 or whatever it is, $11.99. I meant the cheap one,
No, he got the big dollar one.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people have. I don't want to spend that much money for that, but I'd kind of like the other one because it'll work for the Air 2S and it'll work for the Mini 2, as well. So not the Mini 2, the Mini as well, the Mini 3 as well. And just to have it for convenience sake, not that it's.
Speaking of the devil, there he is, the RC Pro.
He's got the RC Pro. Hi, Rod.
Rod.
Hot Rod. Hot to the rod. Yeah, I know. It's not all that crazy inconvenient to clip your phone to the top of a controller.
And I like my mini, the iPad mini tablets. They're small enough. They're bright enough. If I get out in bright sun, I've got that little foldable shield that the bands clip over the top of it, and I don't have any problems. But I also have the what's the name of it? Drawing a blank. The big bad boy, super bright guy.
Not travel tech. The triple tech.
Triple tech, yeah. I don't
I've
have
considered, I've considered getting that.
The 8 I got. I know Brian got the 9, and there's really not that much difference. If you got an 8, it's not worth going to get the 9.
I don't have either. I think the brighter the better, especially as you get older. And I've noticed that I'm turning everything up brighter as I get older. So I can see. And I live in Florida, and you live in sunny California. So
yeah, sunny. Let me tell you, you've heard of the May gray and June gloom. It started in April, still raining, and that's all we've had. We've only had one day of sunshine since the rain stopped.
Yeah, but Florida's weird. We'll have sunshine in the middle of a hurricane. It'll be a hurricane. Then there's a break. It's a bright sunny day, and then 15 minutes later,
you're in the eye as it comes through and kills you going in and kills you going out.
Yeah. But it's sunny every day, at least for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And that'll be the time when I don't want it to be, like when I'm driving, or and the sun happens to be right there, right in front of me, or I'm trying to fly a drone.
The afternoon, and then it's raining.
Yep. Well, Steve, my niece was in your neck of the woods visiting her half sister for the first time.
Excuse me. Hi, Chris. Hi, Chris. That's not a White Russian, but how you doing, buddy? Haven't seen you in a while. But I'm sorry. Please continue. I'm going to go get my vape. I haven't seen Chris online in a bit, so I had to say hi.
Yeah. Whereabouts, Art?
Well, they went to all the tourist places. I think they went to one of the boat tours out to the islands.
Oh, Catalina?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Unless they were up a little further and then went up further up in the other Channel Islands. They have tours up there too.
Oh, okay. Might have been.
Yeah. You've got a group that is a little further up towards Ventura area. So you got Los Angeles and then up the coast a little bit. Ventura, it's off straight off the coast from there. That's the grouping of what they call the Santa Catalina island chain.
Okay. No, she was down in San Diego. So.
Okay, she probably went maybe to Catalina then.
Yeah, I think it was.
You can take a ferry from San Diego there, but it's a long haul.
Yeah, I don't think they did that. Yeah,
because from Dana Point, it's 34 miles to Catalina from where we're at. Long Beach, it's 28 miles roughly.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But that's the bigger populated one with a lot of stuff to do. There's buffalo roaming all over the island still from when Hollywood was shooting there in its days, and then the Wrigley Mansion and Museum are there when the Wrigley family went in there and bought the island originally.
You were just talking about the Wrigley. What was it, Justin, the other day? I heard you online talking about it. Yeah. Funny how that keeps coming up.
Yeah, he when he lived here in California, he'd gone out there on some trips as a kid because they have all these camps out there. Boy Scouts have a camp, all different Sea Scouts have a camp, and then like USC, the college has the camps there. UCLA does, and then other schools do. Part of the Los Angeles Unified School District, they have camps around there. It's designed for going over for a lot of camping like that. But if you're going over on a boat, you pick up a mooring and then you take your dinghy over to the docks wherever you're at. And then from there you can, hike around the island or wherever you want to go.
Why would you pick up a moron? What did you say?
The mooring? You pick them up.
Because mooring. Gotcha. I missed that. I don't think that's politically correct.
No docks there except for the cruise, not cruise boats, but the ferries, the shuttles coming back in and out. Because it runs twice a day out of Dana Point to Catalina from here.
I gotta go. I have cousins in San Diego. Never been.
Oh.
I'd like to go. I've been to California, but I didn't make it down. I didn't make it down there though.
Mm-hmm.
The dim setting is not working very well on Bill. That's why he needs to turn it up.
The what setting? What are you saying?
Well, you said as you get older, you need to, because it's not as bright. See, that's why he needs to.
I was
turn
never
up
that
his.
bright, Artie. Don't read into that. I get by. That's it's it. That's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
If you're too smart, you're always
Plus he's
disappointed
from
in things.
Pennsylvania.
But they say, the meek shall inherit the earth, and the dim-witted will inherit all the happiness.
Now, Catalina's a fun island to go to. You can go there for a weekend. It's a nice place to go. Cruise around there. You can go golfing there. There's a little 9-hole course there, and of course, lots of restaurants and touristy stuff to do there. But the tour back inland, because they have what they call the Catalina Conservancy, and you can only go so far, and there's no cars for you to drive. They're all golf carts on the island, and in order to go into the conservancy, you have to have a permit and you have to apply for it before you even go over there. But they have these trams that'll take you up in there, and at kind of like halfway between the island, airports there, because you can fly in via helicopter or small aircraft. But there's some fun stuff to see out in the back hills.
Yeah, I don't understand that insult, Laura, but I appreciate the fact that you feel the need to insult me on a regular basis. I do. It makes me feel loved. There's there's questions in the chat though, or that perhaps we can help with, like Gene Fox talking about the settings and setting up. Richard Wagner asked about him having trouble playing his 4K video from his Mavic 3 on his computer. He probably did an H.265. Perhaps he doesn't have the codec installed on his computer. We'd have to know what kind of, is it a PC, is it Mac, and that may be the issue. I mean,
and you can download a free video viewer for it too.
You can do that, and they'll have their own codecs, or you can put it resident on the system itself for 99 cents from Microsoft.
Yeah,
and if you can actually convert it from H.265 to H.264 with free software. With in fact, which one did I got one called Video Converter. Which one? What is it called?
Actually, most of your video editing machines will do that for you too. I know Cyberlink for me, because I had one, I sent it out to somebody for a video and I forgot it was 265 because I uploading YouTube, because it's a smaller file, it's faster, loads quicker, and YouTube loves 265 versus 264. And when I sent it to them, they go, "I can't play it." So I converted it real quickly again to 264 and then sent it to him again.
Yep. Well, I've got some old software too that that doesn't have 265 in it. That I won't mention because I didn't pay for it. However, it's got nice features and I don't ever use it. It's just there. But I installed 265 natively on the machine and it has the ability to play it back now. Not necessarily work with it, but play it back.
Yeah,
because you go to the Microsoft store if you have Windows, and it's 99 cents.
Yeah,
for the codec,
and it works. You install it, and that's it. One-time shop.
But I would guess Steve, that's your problem.
You're the one sending us all this rain we've been having.
Yeah,
it's been raining like crazy here in Denver. We had 1 week, 3 straight days of rain, which is
most
unusual.
Most coming up north, though, we've had misting here yesterday. Was it? Yeah, yesterday. It was misting quite heavily, and because we had a meeting to meet up with our state senator yesterday, and we get down there. I'm going, oh, gee whiz, if it rains, they're going to call this thing off because it's outside.
No, Maddie, I'm not going to make it to the South Florida Drone Flyers meetup in Boynton tomorrow. I'd like to, but I can't. I have to be at my dad's tomorrow morning. I did already announce that meetup and talk about that before you got in here. Great bunch of guys. I'm sorry, I'm not. I did bring it up, didn't I? Or did I imagine it?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, okay. Just checking. Sometimes you ever do that? You think, yeah, I'm going to talk about something, and then a little while later.
But did I already talk about it?
Did I talk about it? Am I the president? Anyway, I did. Al and those guys are a bunch of great guys. It's a lot of fun with them. And you know what? I think that crane is still there, so I would probably have PTSD. I went back there, Hey, I don't know. It's gonna get me. Yeah. I never said I wasn't gonna go. Oh, I thought I did. Okay.
Well, now you did.
I was thinking about saying that. See, I thought I said it. No, I can't make it. I would like to go. A bunch of great guys, but
well, why isn't Ray advertising it all over?
I'm not sure that Ray's going. Is Ray down here still?
No, he's probably on his way back.
He's back home. I was just kidding in case he's listening in the background. It was really funny. He sent me a link this morning early, and it was about because he knows about all the work I've been doing around here with our city, and it was for the state of the city 2023, and it's a video that they presented. I went to the event, and he said he may be coming out here in September to see his son. So hopefully, if he does, we can meet up.
Right. Sounds like Maddie's going to be there. I heard TJ might even be there, and a bunch of good guys go. So TJ and you are riding together. Okay, good.
Very cool, Maddie.
Yeah. No, I like that. And Al always buys a couple dozen donuts, and he buys the big things of the coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, and and he's a great host, and he does a nice job. And that's a great place. It's very, very. I sound like Ray Kelly. It's a great place to fly. Has Ray Kelly ever found a place that wasn't a great place to fly? Yeah. And he's such a nice guy. But he's a heck of a pilot, I tell you. I've never heard him say that guy sucks.
Laura, why aren't you going? I'm not going to be there, LOL. Yeah, it's about the same thing for me saying I'm going to be there.
Well, same with me.
I am going to spin up though.
Oh, good.
I bought my ticket. I think I was one of the first few actually to buy the ticket. I'm not sure if I'm going. I might if I can't. See, I want to fly my son into Florida this year, and I don't know if I can do both. If I can get enough time off to do both. And he hasn't been here. I haven't had him here in about 4 or 5 years. So,
right.
But I'd like to go.
But if I don't,
I will give that ticket away on my channel if I don't go. If I decide not to go.
Mm-hmm. Cool. The big thing is rooms over there. The cost of rooms, because the Formula One racing is going on at the same time. So room prices are through the roof. Because I booked room and airfare already.
Right.
Oh, how much for the room? Was the room?
God, expensive. Like
$300-400.
Now they're up over $400. I got it like close to $3 a night.
Wow. It's a little rich. That's
really you probably stayed in a hotel that has like sheets on the bed and stuff, right?
Well, but it does include breakfast though.
And
I got the reservations at the Hampton versus the other one, which was even more expensive over there. It was even higher. And then if you wanted breakfast, it was ridiculous. It was like $35 or $40 extra a night to have breakfast.
Wow.
Oh, well, I could sleep in the car.
Heck, hey, just drive across to Costco and wait outside for them to open up and have hot dogs for
there you
$2.
Go. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think there's a soup kitchen near there too. Did you check out? Where did we stay, Artie, the last time? Best Western? That was Best Western, right?
I think it was Best Western.
We didn't stay together, but we stayed in this. We happened to stay in the same place, and it was very conveniently located. It's right next to where the meet and greet was. I mean, literally across the parking lot, and you could even walk to the meetup from there if you had 25 minutes. But and that was half the price, I think, of the where everybody else stayed. Where did they stay?
Oh, it was either the Hampton or
I can't think of the name of it. That's the one I can't think.
Yeah,
I was there a couple times. I pick guys up from there.
But even the Best Western was almost doggone close to the ridiculous in price.
Really? Even, thank you for reminding me that I stay in a shit hotel. Even that place where Bill
Spring Hills, the Spring Hill Suite.
Spring Hill, yeah.
Thanks, Patty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were way more expensive than the Hampton. Plus, you had to pay extra for
towels
for breakfast. No, they're only sheets.
Oh,
did they charge you per flush? When you
maybe. They got to pay for all that fuel coming in for the Formula One racers.
Yeah, right. That's like the hotels in the Philippines. That's all you get are sheets. Because you don't need anything more than sheets. That's
no bed to put them on? Just sheets? Like you open the door and there's a pile of sheets there?
No, just the floor.
But they did have some good food in the morning. We stayed at the Red Door Inn, which was right, just a few blocks from the airport, and they have a restaurant in the hotel, and plus there was a KFC like right next to. I mean, in the same building, right next to it, if you wanted to go to KFC. And so I had my fried egg, rice, and I had bacon. Sometimes I get fried hot dog. It wasn't too bad.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook up with Chris Hope there.
Okay.
What's the name? It's Austin, but what's the name of the town again? I forget. Do you know off the top of your head, or should I look it up?
Cedar Glen or Cedar something.
Cedar Point.
Crap! I'll look it up. Okay.
Cedar Ridge.
That sounds right.
Cedar Park.
Cedar Park. Okay.
All right. So let's see.
Yeah, because with the Hilton rewards, that's what saved me a lot of money as a Hilton rewards member for the Hampton, is it? The Hampton Inn, yeah. Yeah, the Hampton Inn and Suites. Because Spring Hill, that's underneath Marriott. I've got a traveling card for that one too, but it was like I looked at the price of that; it was like $425.
Wow! Now I stayed at the Westin, which was, it's like right next to the terminal here in Denver, which was convenient. Then my niece just dropped me off. And I went to bed, got up early in the morning to go catch my flight, and they helped me get a wheelchair and took me over to the check-in desk, got my luggage all checked in, and got ready to go.
Oh, wow. Is Art freezing up on you guys too, or is it just me?
Am I freezing up?
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, your audio's okay, but you'll freeze up every once in a while.
Okay, because I do get that indicator right next to the, well, it'd be way over there for you guys. Mm-hmm. It says right next to the live, it's got like a indicator for your Wi-Fi or your signal strength,
mm-hmm.
and it's not looking good. I don't
Are you
know
on
what's going on.
Are you hardwired?
I'm hardwired.
Yeah,
but
I thought you were.
And I upgraded to the new the gig speed. So,
on your internet company?
Yeah.
Well, I'd be complaining.
Because I've noticed on YouTube some of the videos would just lock up. I can't watch the rest of the video. I get that.
You know what
circle.
to do, Art? How long ago did you update?
Oh God, probably a week or so ago.
Have you rebooted your modem since you've updated?
No, I haven't. That's a good idea.
It's probably not giving you the full speed. You're going to have to, when you're done with the show, make sure you reboot the modem.
Yeah, reboot now. We'll wait for you. You're not talking anything. You're not saying anything. Just do it. You know what? You could stay at the Motel 6 for $105 a night.
There you go.
In Cedar Park. It looks like a converted gas station, but there it is.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the cockroaches, they play the mariachi.
I like a good mariachi. That's okay.
As long as there's enough margaritas, you won't even know the difference.
I'm looking at, all the best deals are kind of far, 14 miles, 12 miles away, 12 miles away. Mm-hmm. But that one's actually in Cedar Park. Chris Waters warned me not to stay there, though.
Kasim Nazir, welcome to the show.
Ooh, we can go to the Sugar House, nestled in Cedar Park for $324 a night. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, Richard, depending on your router, how old it is, you do have to update unless you've got an updated router, with the new high speed, you've got to have it in there.
Mark R. White, welcome. Did you get your keychain yet? That's right, Paul.
Yeah, because even airfare is not that cheap. It's
Mm-hmm.
Because Frontier used to was the only one flying from Orange County here to Austin nonstop. Now it's back to Southwest. So they must have got the route again, but it's otherwise, like from Frontier, if you didn't do it, because they only fly nonstop during the week. They don't do it on the weekend. If you come back on a Sunday, you go from Austin to Denver, then all the way back over here. And I said, anybody look at that route before? 9 hours.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So I said, no, I'll just spend an extra day and come back on a Monday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Oh, your cable modem. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to get the nice at least 3 or above.
Mm-hmm.
$140 a night's not too bad. That's the bungalows, 2 stars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's right
you can find some deals. You just better have a car.
Yeah, because I'm not going to rent a car. I'm just going to take Uber over there.
Oh, I rented a car when I went to West.
And Chris Hope was kind enough to shuttle me around.
And Michael Wright offered to drive me around too.
Mhm.
I'd have to sleep in his trunk though, based on these prices. Yeah, Best Western, $339 a night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They jacked the rates because of that Formula Race event.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
so if that's $339, I can't even imagine what these $140 rooms look like. Because I wasn't that impressed with the Best. It was fine. It was fine. It wasn't dirty. It was fine. But it wasn't $339 a night. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I'm going to come in. I'm coming in early, a day early too. I'm going to come in on Thursday. Because the flight leaves here like 8 something in the morning, 8:50 in the morning. And then it gets there at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that way I can just relax.
Where did they stay last time?
Spring Hills.
Spring Hill Suites, right. Let's see if we can.
We got Mike B, aka the Drone Ranger.
Hey, Mike, how are you, sir?
Yep. Yeah, I was going to go to Minefield, and I looked at the airline schedule, and I just couldn't make it work.
$424 a night, Spring Hill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're more than the Hampton, and I know when Kelly was talking about it live, I'd gone on and looked because Marcus had said the Hampton didn't have any rooms available supposedly, but as I guess maybe because I'm a Hilton honors member, but I mean anybody can sign up for it. I mean it's not like you're going to get any special deal except for the discount they have going, and I was able to pick it up.
Hey, Bill. Chin Dynasty, welcome. Yeah, that trip that I took to the Philippines used up all my vacation time. So
well, I'm sure it did. You were gone a long time.
Yeah. Well, now that I'm a newbie at this company, I only get 2 weeks off a year.
You're at the bottom of the totem pole now.
Yep. I gotta wait a little over 4 years, then I'll get that bump up to the next level. Get the 3 weeks, just in time for me to retire.
You got to wait a year? Good evening, Jim.
Jim Throning, good to see you, Jim.
You got to wait a year before you can get your vacation time?
Yeah.
Or can you use it as it banks in throughout the year?
It banks in throughout the year. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when I went on my Philippine trip, it was part of it was no pay.
Yeah. Well, if you're over there, you know what? Maybe no pay, but you're there. That's the biggest cost is getting there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And plus, I picked the best time to go. The weather was just terrific. The only time it rained was at night in Davao City. Mr. Crowley, welcome.
John, hello, sir.
Yep. Alrighty, it's about time for toffee giveaway. Put in hashtag toffee in the chat, and in a few minutes we'll do a drawing.
We'll see who all
hashtag toffee, Richard.
We'll see who's lurking in the background now, because everybody's going to start popping in here and they'll show up and we'll see who's in here who's been lurking in the background.
Just thinking, instead of renting a hotel for $300 a day, I could buy a pop-up trailer and go to Big Oaks RV Park for $66 a day.
You know what? You could just run over to Costco across the street, buy a tent, and then just take it over there.
They don't accept tents at the RV park.
They don't?
No. It says right on the. I just saw that. I just read that. No tents allowed. This is a this is a nice place. You know. You know, they show this nice retired couple standing there holding each other. You know. You can rent by the day, by the week, by the year.
$1 million plus Bluebird.
You pull up with your 20-year-old pop-up, you know, that and pull up right next to the $350,000 RV, and this one, you know, yeah, that's all right. Howdy, neighbor. I'm just gonna empty out my tank, right? I'd close my windows if I was you.
Cousin Eddie.
But I mean, hell, just a couple of 4 or 5 days in a hotel, you could buy a pop-up for that. I got a hitch on the back of my on my SUV.
One off a marketplace.
Huh?
There you go.
I said, especially if you get one off of Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't mind the methy smell in it.
The what? They said whatever rig you have has to have a holding tank. So I'd have to get a pop-up that actually has a holding tank. I think you can get those, right? I don't know.
That's probably where all the meth chemicals went.
Well, my old pop-up didn't have that, but it had a porta potty in it.
Well, that's got like a little tank in the bottom of it, like a little.
Yeah, it's all connected.
Oh my!
Oh,
here's a KOA in Leander. How far is Leander? Probably not that far, right?
Hey, Leonard. JSK Enterprise. All right. I'm going to share a screen. Here we go. We're up to 22. Come on, let's get that up to 25.
Yeah, you got 30 people watching.
Well, we did get up to 36.
Yeah. Yeah, at the price of that, it'd be cheaper to stay in Austin and rent a car.
Oh, yeah. No, I was going to rent the car anyway, but I didn't think I was going to have to because Michael Wright said he'd chauffeur me around, which is nice of him.
Mm-hmm. Very nice of him.
See, and I wanted to stretch it out, like stay from Thursday to Monday.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I come in Thursday afternoon and I take off on Monday afternoon. I'll have to leave the hotel probably around 10 or whatever to get in, 2 hours beforehand because it's a ways to the airport.
Camper travel. That's a travel trailer, I guess, is a pop-up, right?
There you go, Mark. Rooftop tent.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Rooftop tent. My son has one of those for their Lexus SUV.
It says select equipment, motorhome, obviously not that. Fifth wheel, motorhome towing, fifth wheel, tent trailer. Is that a pop-up? Is that a tent? Is that considered a tent trailer?
Yeah.
Because they also have travel trailer.
Tent trailer are the ones that pop up.
Okay, tent trailer. Length.
Cyber Dreams.
I don't have one yet, but let's make up something. Let's say 13 feet. There we go. Right? Is that too big?
No, that's small.
Well, I know, but I'm pulling with a 4-cylinder motor. Okay, fine. 12. No slide.
Come on, guys, one more.
Let's check availability. Please call the campground. What do you mean? Stays more than
Oh, they rent the trailers?
I might check. Apparently, I'm checking in from October till December 11th. 20. Whoops. Let me fix that.
Well, there went the cost.
Yeah. Okay. Update. There we go. Please select if you're traveling with pets. Well, it depends.
Oh, is that Curtis Stark's channel, Cyber Dreams?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Welcome, Curtis.
Yeah.
Throw in a hashtag. Coffee. We need one more. We're up to 37, guys. Come on.
Howdy, Curtis.
Oh, Lee says check out Airbnbs.
Okay. Airbnbs, isn't that where they they film all those horror movies and stuff, things that happen? Yeah.
Or they use it for all for porn movies.
Alrighty, we finally hit the magic number 25. All right, let's go ahead and throw the lever.
Now you're up to 35 people watching.
Yep. Ooh, 26. All right, folks. It is time for the drawing.
Okay, wait, even more money. $78 a night. That's something for a camp spot.
Hey,
Richard Wagner.
Hey,
congratulations.
You can enjoy your coffee while you figure out where your drone went. He's the one that asked about the flyaway thing.
Yes, that's right.
All right, well, that's something to think about. Let's move on. Congratulations. It's delicious. Does anybody have Richard Wagner's address? Besides Mrs. Wagner?
No, I don't. But here is my email. If you could email me your address.
Wagner. Is that what you're saying? He's from Germany?
Richard Wagner, yeah.
Richard Wagner.
Richard Wagner. We will make you talk.
I'm shocked. Oh, he's Italian. Look, I'm shocked. Sounds like German when you look at your name, but apparently you're Italian. I'm shocked. Haven't won anything since yesterday. Oh, well. Take it away from him.
There you go, Richard. There's my email. You could email me your address, and I will get that out to you. Awesome. Congratulations, Richard.
Yes. You'll enjoy it.
No. It's good
Artie, did I mention that I might not be on tomorrow night?
No, you didn't.
But,
no. Thanks for
I actually remember that I didn't. Yeah, it depends on when I get back from Dad's. So if anybody... I mean, I was on anyway last week, even though I didn't go on, but I ended up being on because Alexis went on, and so did... I didn't say Alexa. I said Alexis. Shut up. She went on, so I went, so did Dominic. So I joined those guys for a little bit, just to, and then we ended up being on forever. But we'll see what time I get back. So I'll be at my Dad's all day tomorrow. But I'll try to get back early enough. But if I'm not, join our friends. It'd be cool.
Cool.
Why did I bring that up? I brought that up for a reason. Oh, I guess I'll just have to get drunk today. I'll be right back.
There you go. All right. We'll save you a spot.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah. We'll talk about him behind his back.
Well, yeah, it's even 5 o'clock on the West Coast, so go for it, Bill. In fact, get three of them. You can catch up, one for each hour that you're ahead of me.
And don't forget, super chat, much appreciated, and you'll get a delayed cha-ching, which will happen in about 12 seconds. So that helps out pay the bills and helps out with the. Oh, there we go. Yes, Mark. I've been watching your chat, so I may have missed one of your. Anyway,
Curtis, I made a new intro for Justin. He's supposed to do a world premiere, but I don't know where.
You know, it's funny. I just went in the kitchen to get myself an avata, and I, while I was there, I saw my wife, which is always nice, and she said, "Oh, this spaghetti and the meatballs in the fridge. You can have that later when when you want to eat." I said, "Thanks." And I see it, and I said, "What's this? Shredded pork?" No, it's shredded pot roast mixed up with jasmine rice.
Ooh,
what's that? Oh, it's for the dogs. Oh, all right. Yeah, they're not spoiled. No, they're not spoiled. No. And they'll be fussy about it. No, it's a little dry.
You get down on all fours.
Yeah, she goes, "Oh, I brought some pot roast home from work." I said, "Oh, okay." But she made the rice, and mixed it up. Avata, Mark Sullivan. Avata. Anybody else?
And then Rod's got his ocean rescue video going to be up in about 30 minutes.
They're so spoiled. That's okay. They're good.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Don't you threaten me?
We'll wait for you, Charles. I did see James is in the chat. So
is he?
Looks like he'll be.
How's your wife, James? Hope she's all right.
Yeah. And
James is in the chat. Where is he?
I don't see him.
Because when I rolled the wheel for the giveaway, I saw his name in the toffee giveaway.
Well, have you heard about Ness lately? Is she okay? Everything okay?
She's good. She's home. The medication is working. And James has put out a couple of videos already. One was on
of his wife on medication? What kind of video would that be? That's wrong.
28
no, there was a video about screen doors, and his latest was about his garden and his fruit tree.
Yeah, I figure it was the Mavic 3 Pro if you were going 28-time digital zoom.
Answer, Mark, I'm going to make the first bike good to go before I start on the second bike. So tomorrow the carbs are coming out and getting basically rebuilt. So,
by the way, that was good video, Bill.
It's not idling properly. I have to have the low idle turned up way too high to keep it going until it gets good and warm, and even then it's still too high. Mm-hmm. So clearly the low idle jets are low idle jet is probably blocked, more than likely. In any case, bike sat for 6 years, and it was sucking oil. I've discovered because they probably put too much oil in at one point, and mechanisms wouldn't even move. You couldn't even move the throttle; wouldn't move. I thought the throttle cables were frozen. That's how stuck they were, but it was at the cables are fine. It was the throttle. That was the throttle on the carb itself that
was frozen. Yeah, how long has it been since you rode it?
I've never ridden it. I just bought 2 bikes to work on from a friend of my dad's who stopped riding about like 5, 6, 7 years ago, and they've been sitting in a garage. I mean, they maintained them. These seniors, they ride with the VA and like that. Mm-hmm. They maintained them when they rode them, but after they stopped riding because he had some heart trouble, and they stopped riding for several years, and the bikes sat there, and they sat there with oil in the freaking carb, mixing with the gas. Apparently, I don't know. They're pretty fouled up, but I got them all cleaned up and running. The one, and but it's not running right. So I'm going to do it right. I'm going to take it apart and clean the carb out. I'm also flushing the.
By the way, I got a message from Paul. He basically got a ticket. He pled to disorderly conduct. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They dropped the criminal charges, so he basically got a ticket. So.
Disorderly conduct, boy, that doesn't sound right to me. I for questioning whether, I guess you got to,
you got to pick your battles.
You got to weigh it. Why continue the fight with this town that's trying to save face, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he didn't drop his drawers and moon the guy, I think he would have been okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. or wear his Patriot hat.
Well, that'll get you in trouble in 49 states in the country,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who's going to bed? Warren, you're going to bed already?
Wow.
He said good night, kids. It's only 8:00 here, so.
Yeah, he's same time.
Yeah, he's Central Time.
Central, right?
Warren,
so he's.
Yeah, he's in Dayton, Ohio.
Wow.
Where the women are round and hot, round, high in the middle and round on the sides. Good morning. Okay.
You're quite welcome, James. It's and God bless her because we've met you, and we wish her the best because she's clearly a wonderful human being.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because we've met you.
I did. I got to meet him in person.
In person, I know you're so special.
So his house for a couple.
That's right. Is James going to come on or no?
Well, if he's in the chat, most likely he'll be coming on. He's probably scarfing down waffles right now. So now when I see videos of his house, I go, I stayed there. That's where I had breakfast.
Mark, I already cleared it up. It wasn't the cable. The throttle works fine now. It's perfect. 2 fingers, perfectly clear. Took a lot of cleaning that carb in place to get it to work properly. However, not good enough. I got to take it apart and clean it out so it runs right. That's it. And then I'm going to change all my fluids. Got the oil. Got the for the rear end because it's axle drive. Going to change the hypoid, the gear oil, and it'll be fine. It runs great. I mean, the compression's fine. It doesn't smoke. It's fine. And it's only got that bike only has 14,000 miles on it, so
wow,
it's fine. And the other one's got 19. I might keep it. I might keep one of those and sell the Harley. We'll see.
Speaking of
for those who think you don't have to fix Japanese bikes, yes, you do. That's how I know how to fix them because I've owned them. And you have to, anything mechanical needs to be fixed eventually.
Mm-hmm. I had my CV joints replaced in my car this week.
Your what?
What kind of car is that?
It's a 96 Toyota Camry.
96.
Yep.
And that CV joint wore out already? Oh, what a piece of crap.
Yeah, only 230,000 miles on it.
I mean, you would think a CV joint could last longer than 27 years.
That's a good lifespan.
Yeah, I would think.
So I went and ordered CV joints and the boots. Turns out I didn't need the boots because the CV joints came with them.
The choke cable's free, Mark. I'm sorry, Artie, please. I'm getting advice from some guy in England. Please continue.
Because I told him that the boots were in a little green bag, on the seat next to me, and they didn't use them. I go, what the heck? And I realized it probably already came with the rubber boot already on them. So I'm sending them back Monday. So, and I'll get a refund on that.
Good for you. Good for you.
Yeah. So saved a lot of money on the repairs. The joints cost half of what Big O Tires was going to charge me. They gave me a quote on how much it was going to cost. I'm like, holy cow. I went on eBay and found out I could get the parts for half. They wouldn't put them on. So I had to find another repair shop that would do it for me. So it was like $360 to get them replaced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big savings.
How many miles are on your Honda? Your Toyota? Whatever the hell it is?
230,000 miles on.
Oh, it's just broken in. No, I mean, take care of it. You get 500,000 miles out. I have, you will.
Yep.
I traded in a Honda Civic that had 280-something thousand miles on it. Mm-hmm. All four fenders were rotted out. I mean, they do rot. Those older ones, they do rot out. The older ones. And I still got from a dealer. I still got $500 on that thing, and this was back in 99.
That's from driving. The fenders rotted out from driving around in all that snow that you have to down there in Florida.
But it's not all imports that are like that. I've had an Expedition, a 2004 Eddie Bauer Expedition, and that had 200 and some odd, 50, 60, 70, 80, I don't know, ran like a top, ran beautiful, It might not have been the original transmission in it, but the motor was great.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But as far as small, das Boot. What, Jim? What's he doing? He's Nazi. What, Jim?
I was talking about boots. On the CV joints, you got the little rubber boot. And you know how you can make those boots last a little longer?
Don't drive the car?
Sky Kilmer. You put a little WD-40. You squirt that on the rubber and it keeps them soft and supple so they don't rot.
So that's how you keep your rubbers soft and supple? WD-40?
WD-40.
Okay.
And
I just, okay. All right. That picture right now is in my mind. I got that in my mind now, which is really disturbing, but thank you.
To each their own.
Did you say to inch their own?
No, to each their own.
To each their own. Gotcha. Oh, my.
Oh, I know you. I know you all too well, Bill.
I just try to have a little fun without getting too disgusting,
No, you keep it interesting.
You have no idea what I skipped saying so far.
Hey, look who's in the chat. Captain Ray. Hey.
Captain Ray. Hooray.
He's an awesome flyer.
Hey guys, I'm gonna have to back out of here. Dinner time here.
Alrighty, must be pizza night, right?
No, that was yesterday. Hello, Mr. Kelly. Your ears must have been ringing earlier. Thank you for allowing me in. Art,
all right. Well, it's always a pleasure having you, Steve. Good to see you.
Happy to see you and Charles and Bill and everybody in chat.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you all a wonderful rest of your weekend.
All right. You do the same.
Too. Thank you for stopping in.
My other show tomorrow. We got some
I know. I'm trying to make that.
Yeah. All righty. We got a great replacement for you, Steve. All righty. And we got
Steve's going. I can come in.
Oh, my goodness.
Hi, Don.
I just didn't want to be here when Steve was here.
No. Finally showing up to correct us all.
Correct you about what? What have you been getting wrong? Mm-hmm.
So how's the Doom buggy? Running good?
Rattling to
going.
pieces.
Huh? What'd you
No,
say?
I got it running good and took it out
Yeah.
for a long drive and then got back last night and found parts that were missing nuts because they've rattled them off, and
Oh,
so I've been out tightening and replacing. And
oh boy. Yeah, they got this blue stuff called lock.
well, you have to think
You
that thing's
gotta
set
tend to your
for
nuts.
years, and
You have to tend to your nuts.
mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Glad to hear
What's
it.
wrong with losing extra
The Mayo
antique
Clinic actually says
in
it's good for you
your
to do that.
your gear?
Did I show you this?
Yeah. Well, not
Yes.
not on my show, but go ahead.
All right. Everybody's question: Does it run?
Like I said, not quite right yet. We're running it wide open without the filters on, which affects it a little bit. Right? Still gonna have to get these carbs out, clean them out. This thing was completely frozen. That's all. I mean, it's completely frozen. That's how. But it wasn't the cables; it was the thrust. It was the carb itself.
There you go. Not bad.
Yeah.
No, I just gotta tweak it up and make it right.
Yep.
Clean it up and put it back together.
Once it's running, that's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah. The fact that it runs as well as it does, considering it how long it sat, and I'll get that all good. I think that might be the one I keep. That's the Silverado, a little fancier, and it actually came with a. It's not like a tour. It's kind of a tour pack, but it's like a bag tour pack, like with a flap, kind of stands straight up and down. It's kind of ugly, but it does have studs. Love those studs. So we'll see. And then sell the Harley. Don, you want to buy a Harley? I know you got bucks.
Nope.
Okay. How about your son?
No.
Well, what? He's got a Mazda Miata. He needs something to butch him up a little bit. Just saying,
Now, does that Miata have a rotary in it?
No.
But they did.
No, they're just straight. They're not V4s, right? Are they straightforward? Or is it a V4?
I think it's a V4.
Is it?
I don't know. I haven't been in it.
I've never actually checked. Oh,
I think it might.
oh,
Yeah.
Great car. Don't get me wrong. Great car. If I could fit in one, I'd drive it.
Mm-hmm.
They're very attractive cars.
The
chick wagons.
The original ad for that was a guy driving to pick up his girlfriend in it. He got in it and he went cruising around the mountains and stuff like that. Long, long drive, and then he pulls up. Turns out he lived right next door to the girl. He just went for a drive.
I think I remember that ad actually.
Yeah.
Quality machine. They're very good little cars. But and I almost bought one. But I didn't want to have the roof down every time I drove it.
NFL game? You mean NBA? I think the Nuggets are playing tonight.
NFL. I don't know. What NFL game?
Nuggets are in the Western Conference Final.
A right-leaning bike. Oh, Lee, I see what you did there.
No, that year would have been an inline 4.
It is inline. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so. But I've been wrong so many times in my life.
And if I would have thought, I can kind of close my eyes and picture what it looks like when he has the hood open. But
I mean, is that running? Is that good to go? That car? Didn't you buy that needing a little work?
He bought it running, but it needed work. So he's been working on it ever since he bought it. But
I think that's great. That
it's a 93.
he learns how to take care of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I make fun of it because it's like a chick car or a very small guy car.
You're just jealous because he can sit in it.
A little bit. A little bit. I was thinking about buying a Cooper Mini, but I'm thinking
you'd look like Magilla Gorilla sitting in it.
And I'm not even that big. I'm big enough, but I mean, it might be.
Oh no! In my head, it hits the top when I sit in it.
Yeah. I'm only 6'2", but I've got like a 31-inch inseam, so I'm actually very tall in the saddle, as they say.
So your knees would be up touching your chin too.
My legs aren't that long. Like I said, I'm tall in the saddle. I'm tall sitting. My brother's 6'4", or just thereabouts, 6'3.5", and sitting down, I think we're the same size. It says he has normal length legs for a person his size. If that makes sense. Like a 33, 34 inseam. I'm more gorilla-like. Magilla gorilla.
Your knuckles drag the ground, and
interesting to see you get an Appeal P50.
That's why I used to, when I went to the fairs, you go to the fairs, you go to the booths, you try to win a prize. The first thing I shot right to the guess your weight one, because they always underguessed my weight, always, because of my torso and my big nuts. Anyway, whatever it was, it made me. I always was heavier than they thought I was, and I'd win a prize for being heavy.
Step right up and win some crap.
Win some crap for being heavier than you're supposed to be. It's awesome.
Throw the reins on the bottle.
Straight for the old ones for 1,600. They went to 1,800 and a very rarely a 2.0. Oh, too late. You're talking about the Mazdas.
Yep.
Vroom. No, they're really cool. I mean, they're really good looking little shit. That I would just be incredibly uncomfortable driving. But, and it's totally impractical. So is a motorcycle for that matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Try hauling groceries in it.
The motorcycle or the Mazda?
Either.
Yeah. I had a tour pack, and the motorcycle is probably bigger than the trunk on that Mazda. I mean, if you take the tour pack and add the saddlebags to it, it's probably beats it.
Man.
But you can always put stuff in the rear seat. Oh, there's no rear seat.
Nope. He's got a bumper sticker stuck to the roll bar of the Miata that says, "I'm compensating for an enormous penis."
What does that mean?
Well, the guys with the big vehicles are compensating for a small penis. So obviously the Miata is compensating for an enormous penis. That's what the bumper sticker says. And his girlfriend bought it for him, so I don't know.
Got it. Chris, Hope, are you in the chat with your big old F-250? I'm just...
We're just saying.
Yeah, but
So I'm hearing that Skydio might be going out, maybe not making drones for the consumer side.
May not be.
So they're not
if they're smart, they may concentrate on law enforcement and so on and so forth. I mean, that might be the market for them.
Yeah.
With the politics and everything that's going on.
Yeah. With them lobbying all the lawyers. Oh, Sean is in Texas right now. Hey. Good to see you, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
He's listening for a bit.
Listening.
So when you're like that,
is he listening to the port or the starboard side? I hope your app isn't listing. Then you'd be in trouble.
Is Sean been live in a while?
No, he hasn't.
No.
I know he's going to change up his channel a bit.
Glad to see he's alive.
Mm-hmm. And I guess Ken Dono, there's going to be some changes on his channel too.
Almost to Wichita Falls speech attack.
Okay.
You're just kidding you.
I'm gonna make some changes on my channel too. I'm gonna start uploading videos.
Huh? There you go.
Wichita Falls. That's a fancy place. Waterfront Street. Huh? What?
Man, I went out and mowed the lawn, and I've just been coughing.
Leave it there long enough for slow people to read the whole sentence, please.
I had a Ford Street two-seater convertible.
You know what?
I'm just reading the Ford Street two-seater convertible.
Yeah, Art can leave it on the channel, but he won't. Which was even smaller than the...
Oh, there it is. Even smaller than the Mazda.
Okay, a Streetka. Yeah, but they got a lot of tiny vehicles in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see around here is the occasional, I guess, well, actually, I've seen a lot of Mini Coopers or Cooper Minis or Mini Coopers lately. And then they got the Countryman. Is it Countryman? Country Club? Clubman? Whatever it's called.
Well, you're right. There's both of them.
And those were made kind of pretty much for Americans because it's their big model and you could still fit it in the back of an F-150 bed. But it's, bigger. And they're cool. I mean, ish. It's not like I wouldn't mind owning one. They just, I don't know. I kind of like them for some reason. But Streetka. But we also have the smart car here in the United States.
Yep.
And that is ridiculous. I feel safer on my Harley. I think me and my Harley weigh as much as a smart car. If you put me and my Harley together.
Apparently their chassis are made out of, I think they said they're made out of titanium. I remember they used to have this commercial where they had just the bare chassis, and they would put like a Ford F-150 or something on top.
Well, I'm being a smart guy because really they've shown, you're right, Charles, they've shown videos where they just smash those things into walls at like ridiculous speeds, and the person would have survived because not the chassis, the cage is actually protects people with the bags to the point where you would survive the crash. There'd be nothing left of the vehicle. You'd look like a re-entry vehicle. You know what I mean, with balloons and stuff. But you would survive, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that smart. They only get like 26 miles a gallon. And if you're gonna give up all that real estate and the ability to carry more than 2 bags of groceries and 2 other people, and still only get 26 miles a gallon, you might as well get a Volkswagen because that's about what they get. That's what I used to get with my Bug.
Yep. Mm-hmm. On a good day, I could get 30 with my Bug.
You get 30?
Well, with the Bug that I used to have.
Really?
On a good day, if we just changed the oil and everything, I could get 30 miles a gallon.
Well, I had a Bug where you had to change the oil every day. What?
Well, you don't have to change it because it dumps it on the ground. You just have to add it.
Exactly. You just got to change the filter every once in a while.
My Bug, I think, was burning oil. It didn't really start leaking oil until the end.
When the block cracked, like most of them do.
I don't know. I don't think the block cracked.
Your bearing will wear out. You'll get too much in-play, you'll leak out.
I'm sorry, what?
Nope, your bearing will wear out inside, and you get too much in-play, and that's where it'll start really leaking. Then you're going to be rebuilding. Sometimes you get a cracked block. I had one, but
I regret the day what I did. I had a cracked block in my 67, and I gave it to my neighbor. I just gave it away. and I wish I had it back. The floor pan was solid. You know, it had all its parts. Needed a paint job. And little things here and there, but for the most part, it was a perfectly fine vehicle. And I cracked the block, and I think I did that in the winter because I really abused the shit out of it trying to get up on Route 309 goes from the valley in Wilkesboro, Pennsylvania, up into a town called Mountaintop, and I had to get over that to get into Drums to get to work, and it was an ice storm, and I couldn't get over the damn hill. Even though it had rear wheel drive and the weight was over the rear wheels and I was in this vehicle, but it just turned it sideways. So I opened the door, put it in gear, and was actually spinning the tires and pushing with my left leg to get this car up and over the hill. And it took me an hour, and I was much younger, obviously. And it took me an hour and a half, 2 hours to do it, but I got that car up and over Route 309 in Pennsylvania. You can look it up. It's a pretty steep hill, and but that's what I did. It was kept, like I said, it kept turning, and I'd lift my foot off the gas a little bit so it'd straighten a little, and I'd shove with my left leg, and I'd get a few more feet, and I with the door open and my leg out, I made it over that hill. I think that's when I cracked the block. I think.
Well, my bug was a 2000.
Well, you would have been running really low RPM.
I was spinning the shit out of that bitch. I needed to get over it. I needed to get to work.
Well, you said
It was spinning.
You weren't spinning out.
The tires were not making. It was all ice. The tires were spinning.
So you're winding the engine up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it was working. I was gaining a few. Every time I shoved on it, I'd gain a few more feet. It was at least a couple 100 yards. I did that.
Well, I was going to say that would keep your block a little cooler than if you were running at low RPM. But of course, you're also talking about winter too, aren't you?
But I was angry, and I took it out of my car.
Yeah.
I got there though. Got to work. I used to use that. This is when I had like no money. I was selling timeshare in Drums, Pennsylvania, at Beach Mountain Lakes, was called. And when you sold timeshare, you would do a presentation with these folks and talk about the pre-construction prices, because we're still developing the community, and then put them in your vehicle and take them on a tour of the place. And I was putting them in a '67 Volkswagen Bug to tour this place to get them to spend $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 that day. And you know what?
You were the reason why we have lawyers suing the timeshare people.
I did great.
To get out of the.
I had no money. I wasn't a shyster. I did really well with that car.
So yeah, you sold timeshares. We got you. That's the kind of person you are. You would have been a great guard in the Nazi concentration camps. I'm just following orders.
Listen, sir, that place still exists today. Those condos completely.
And they're still charging maintenance fees to the people that died 10 years ago.
Oh,
no, that place.
Timeshare. This is a wonderful place.
The maintenance fees, keep it up. People are still taking vacations there to this day, and the properties are maintained. So that particular place is not really ripping anybody off. They got what they paid for. You get a 2-week vacation every year. And once you paid off that initial amount of money,
if you could get those
and it was deeded, so you could actually transfer it or sell it or whatever. It wasn't 20 years like a bunch of them were. You had to have a real.
You could actually sell. You could actually sell your way out of it.
You could sell your one. You could sell your 1/50th. What they did was it was a 52-week thing. So they would divide up the deed into basically 52 pieces. 2 weeks were held back for maintenance. And you could buy 1 week, 2 week, whatever, and that was the percentage of the deed that you owned. It was recorded with the local municipalities, recorded with the state. So you actually legally held a deeded percentage of that property.
That's okay. I'm pretty sure
in perpetuity, and you could transfer it, sell it, do whatever you want, give it to your kids, and once it was paid for,
this is not Nuremberg. You don't have to defend yourself so strongly.
You just had to pay maintenance fees, and you got your 2 weeks vacation every year. And it was nice. It was lakefront. It was lakefront. 160, a little lake, a little 160 acre lake.
Yeah.
Just a nice community in the mountains in Pennsylvania. It was actually a nice place to decompress for a couple of weeks. They had a nice clubhouse, with a nice little restaurant, and it's all paid for. So actually, that particular one, some of them go belly up before they sell out, and folks end up losing everything. That one sold out, and it's still running to this day. Just saying.
Cool.
Sometimes they can be okay. At least that's the last word I had, but I haven't checked into it for the last 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Soothe your conscience, Bill.
Yeah.
I made pretty good money doing that, too. I mean,
you know what? Your pillow is going to be just as soft tonight when you go to bed.
But my concentration camp, we had the most efficient camp in the quadrant.
And the prisoners really did enjoy it there.
No prisoners escaped from our concentration camp.
We didn't have any escapees. They must have loved it.
Yeah.
Fine, I'm looking it up right now. Yes, it still exists. Quail Hollow Village at Beach Mountain Lakes. There it is, looking good after all these years. How about that? So
now, is that where the bunker is, where Hitler shot himself?
Yeah.
That wasn't a quail hollow. That was a wolf's lair, but close. Same thing.
Gotcha. I was.
Quail Hollow. Oh, that's where Himmler committed suicide.
God, I'm looking at the pictures. I forgot how nice it was there. It's really very cool.
It was Quail Hollow.
And the clubhouse looks good. The pool looks good. No, this is pretty awesome.
What is the name of this place?
Quail Hollow Village.
Oh, Dan Quail?
At Beach Mountain Lakes. Check it out. It's still there. Still exists. Still runs. They still do vacations there.
Quail Hollow Village at Beach. Ooh, that does look nice.
It's very nice there. It's very pretty.
So, what did you do with your timeshare?
I didn't buy one.
Oh, you didn't believe in the product enough to actually purchase?
I didn't have enough money. I wanted to. I really did. You know what they did to get you all pumped up in these because don't get me wrong, they had these salespeople that would come in from Texas. I love Texas. They would come from all over the country to these new places and help sell them out. And the one sales manager said, "All right, you want to believe in the product? You all have a week as part of your employment package. You all own a week." He even told us what the week was and everything, and he lied. We didn't own anything. But if I had to own a timeshare, I'd love to have one there. I would just 1 week, and I would go there every year and go visit my son, because my son literally lives 25 minutes and half an hour. That's the area that I lived in. It's very, very nice there in Pennsylvania.
Cool.
Well, that would be an excuse. I gotta go use my timeshare, right?
Well, we're waiting for you, James.
Very pretty there.
Give us a tour of your garden. He's got like 5 different varieties of bananas on his property, and 2 varieties of coconut.
No, you were in the Philippines, weren't you? So he had 6 different varieties of bananas on his property for a while there.
Mm-hmm.
Is he coming in? Why is he holding us in suspense?
I don't know. You'd think he'd scarf down those waffles a little faster for my show.
I could buy a week there. See, now you got me thinking. That's a good idea. I should buy a week at Quail Hollow Village, because people do resell them.
Mm-hmm.
And then once a year, go visit my son.
There you go.
Let him stay with us at their townhouse.
Is that right next to Sleepy Hollow?
Yeah, no, they keep their heads. No shit. More than vacation, it's home. Oh, and by the way, just to be clear, it wasn't just a timeshare. This is actually also a regular deeded lot community. There are homes in there. Beach Mountain Lakes is a community with actual year-round homes in it. So you could actually sell lots on the Quail Hollow Village is just a timeshare unit on the lake.
Bill, I'm going to be honest. You can stop talking right now. I'm just here for the toaster.
Of course you are.
I'm not buying. I'm not buying.
Everybody, and I understand it, and I totally believe you because you're right. Because that's why everybody comes.
I got to stay at a timeshare called the Villa Feliz at Tierra Maria in Lipa City, Batangas, Philippines. It's James
You went to the
Tanner.
Philippines?
Welcome.
Good morning, guys. Magandang umaga.
Yeah. You're a little bit hot on the mic there, James.
Yeah, am I? Okay, hold on a second. Let me see. What can I do here?
James's hair.
I didn't say his hair looks weird. Yeah. Do you have a filter on your camera or something?
How's that? Is that better?
Your hair looks weird now.
Did the mic go down?
No, the mic's fine.
Okay.
Yes.
The reason I turned it up a little bit is last week. Well, the last time I was on, which was several weeks ago, maybe. And Ness said I could barely hear you. I can't believe anybody isn't saying anything. That your volume.
Oh, we don't really listen to you anyway, so it was fine.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, James, where's the rest of your hair?
Yeah, where's your hair? That's what's freaking me out.
You're looking very manly today. Look at you, like a guy.
No, it was short last time. I had it cut before we went to Hong Kong. What was that, like about a month ago?
Yep.
We went to Hong Kong? Yeah.
What'd you do different?
I've been on the show since I got the haircut because I said you are my mentor. That's the reason I got my haircut like that. You don't remember that?
I remember that. Yeah, but you didn't comb it though. So today you're looking.
I don't know. It's just
today you're looking neat and clean.
You look like you're here to sell us a timeshare or something.
Timeshare in the Philippines. This sounds like fun.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to thank everybody. We had so many people, and thanks Art for kind of sharing the information to folks that Ness wasn't feeling well, and she just wants to pass on that she's feeling better now. We had to go to the hospital. She never wants to go to the hospital, and if she has to go to the hospital, if she says I need to go to the hospital, it usually means it's something pretty catastrophic. And we went there, and they looked at her, and they did some tests, and then they said, yeah, there are some things that are wrong, and they wanted to keep her and with her, but she hates being in the hospital, and she asked if she could do all the conventional medication type stuff at home instead of doing it there. And luckily the family that owns the hospital, the president one of the family members was our past president of our Rotary Club. And he came in and he talked with us, and he said, okay, because it's easy to talk to him. It's very easy to talk to him. And he said, yeah, if she wants to, we're going to give her this strict regimen that she has to do when she's home, but you're going to have to report in every single day. And she's doing video teleconferences with her doctor and stuff like that. So obviously the medication is it's working really good right now. And we have some follow-ups that we have to do this following week. She has some like CT scan and some other type of work that has to be done. But hopefully everything will be okay. And I think she's just going to have to be on medication.
Well, Artie said it had to do with asthma, right? Or no?
Well, it's a little bit more than asthma. I'll just kind of leave it like that. But it's a little bit more than asthma. Asthma is actually the minor thing compared to the other thing that needs attention. But I think.
Well, I was thinking that since you cut all your hair off, all that dander, might have affected her breathing. Yeah, so it could be all your fault.
Could be. Well, the doctor said you should be keeping the dogs out of the house because the dog hairs really affect asthma. Right. But she won't keep the dog. She won't keep the dogs out of the house. So, but it's not really the asthma's not really the problem. But we're monitoring everything, and the medications are working, so everything's working positively, and she's doing good. So hopefully she'll be able to pop in. It won't be today, but eventually she'll be able to pop back in and say hi to everybody. But she thanks everybody for their concerns and prayers.
Mm-hmm.
She seems like a lovely woman. I haven't met her, but like I said, she
She
puts up with
is.
you.
Great.
So
Yeah, if she puts up with me, she's got to be a lovely woman. Hold on, I got to put this fan on. It is really hot here. Fan on.
don't. You're gonna blow that dander all over the place. Stop it. Sit down.
Yeah, it's actually sunny this morning. We've had several days of lots and lots of cloud cover, and it's been kind of unusual around here for this time of year. But we're getting close to rainy season. Rainy season starts in June.
Yep.
And this has been a weird year. I don't know if it has something to do with climate changes kind of stuff and all. Remember the winter? I talked about how the winter was super, super wet when it should have been super, super dry. That's some really strange. And then we went, now it's like we're getting lots of rain and stuff like that. Way, way too early right now. So what's going on? We got a lot of projects that are coming up. I don't know if I mentioned it, but we have a house build that's going to be built just a few blocks down from it, but not a few blocks. Yeah, a few lots down from us right here, and we're going to be covering that from beginning to end. And if for the folks, wonderful. one of our biggest successful videos on house building was our Canadian neighbors across the street because of the uniqueness of the house. The infinity swimming pool that was integrated into the build, the cistern that was built underneath the swimming pool, the excavated, very deep backyard and stuff like that. Well, that's kind of what this property. It's similar to that. The design is very similar to that, but it's a little bit different because it's like 2 units. It's a full house, and then they're doing a guest house on the same property, which is separated from the main house.
So
And
it's 3 bachelors raising 3 kids.
What's that?
It's gonna be 3 bachelors raising three girls. It's Full House.
No.
Oh,
It's actually it's good friends of ours. They live in Saipan right now, and they're retiring. It's an American married to a Filipina, and they're getting ready to go
that's
into
unusual.
But he's asked me. He's really excited about because he's not going to be here for the build. And what's nice about having someone cover it in the type of platform that we're doing right here, he can see the details that are being done, not on a day-to-day basis, but on a scale that he couldn't do if you just got your contractor taking a picture now and then sending you the pictures of what it looks like. Because this way, and I think he's also expecting me to do some of the things that we did here and with some of the other builds that we've covered around here. If we see something that doesn't look right, you bring it to the attention of the foreman or the engineer, and you can address it at that point instead of waiting till later till it's too late, and then you have to go back and you have to do some evasive corrections. So I think he's excited about us doing the coverage on that. So that'll be coming up very soon, within the next week.
Oh, wonderful! Is he going to do concrete hollow block or the other?
I think I don't know. I will talk the next time. As a matter of fact, I'm going tomorrow to speak with I think it's the engineer. I got to find out if is it the engineer or the foreman. I think it's the engineer because they did yesterday. And the day before and the day before they did clearing, and most of the wood on the lots around here are mahogany that they're doing the clearing. It's huge mahogany, and that's what I use for building my cabinetry and a lot of the pavilion that I'm sitting underneath right here. And I'm at a very low supply, on lumber here right now. So what I try to do is when they cut these down, if they're willing to sell some of the raw materials around here, I offer to purchase at whatever their reasonable asking price that they have around it. It's actually much lower than what it would be in the U.S. if you were to buy in the U.S.
That's a good
And
idea.
so I'm luckily for that lot right there, they're really good friends of ours, and he owns all the wood that's being cut, and he just said go over there and take whatever you need, and they have a bunch of it piled up, and I'm going to grab what I need for my project, and also ask if he would like me to build him some furniture items after the house is built. Maybe I'll grab a few of the pieces and actually, in thanks for providing some of the wood, build some furniture items for him as well.
Wonderful.
A lot of cool stuff coming up, though.
Awesome. Like your last two videos. Good.
The last two. Oh, yesterday's was the yesterday, the day before was the backyard.
Yeah, the backyard. The one before was the screen doors, which will.
Aren't those screen doors cool?
Yep. Keep the
I was sold.
Lizards out.
Yeah, and they're working really, really well. Really well.
Good.
I was really surprised when I saw that. As soon as I watched the video, my friend over in Summit Point, who was building a house over there, he always if there's something interesting, new technology, something like that, he always sends me updates on that. And his name is Ed Rowe, and
you mean like screen doors? They're pretty recent, right?
Like, well, this time I don't know. I guess you didn't see the video, Bill. It's really like
do you have a channel?
It's not a, it's not a door that opens, like this. It's you pull it. It's a slider screen door, and it's like accordion style. It all folds up to one side and it goes out to the other side.
Well, I mean, I have slider screen doors on my patio, but those have wheels at the bottom. They don't.
Yeah. Well, that's what we have traditionally on our sliding glass doors for our pavilion, our big, and it's just a regular screen, and the whole door, the frame moves back and forth. But these are different. Because those are the ones that you're normally talking about are ones that run on sliders because you have a big two windows, like usually a fixed window and a sliding door that goes back and forth. These are actually, they take the place of a single, like if you have a single door, the entrance to your house, opening and closing entrance to your house. So you can't do those sliding things, the big sliding fixed on something like that.
Right.
So what this does, it takes the space inside the frame and just slides over to one side. So it's real. It was when I saw that, I said, "Oh, this is exactly what we need here." And then I saw the price was kind of expensive on it, and he said, "Well, it's manufactured in Japan. Normally anything that comes into the country here is either going to come from China, Korea, and rarely, but sometimes you see stuff coming in from Japan. But if it comes from Japan, it's going to be the most expensive. Then the next most expensive is going to be Korea. And then a lot of very inexpensive stuff comes from China. But a lot of times when it comes to quality, you get what you pay for. And I'll say that the quality of these screens that we got, very, very high quality. And I was happy to pay the additional cost.
Japanese products are known for like high quality capacitors and electronics and pornography. It's all top notch. Yep. I'm gonna get in. You like Chinese? I'm gonna get another drink. I'll be right back because I clearly need one.
Oh, hey Bill, Ness was saying she says, "What's that whitish drink that Bill's drinking? Is that your peanut butter?"
It's mostly peanut butter.
Maybe Bailey's.
I'm talking to Sean Oz here. You're a big shot, Sean. You know you are. They replaced his GoPro batteries, and they were over a year old. They swelled up, and they gave him new ones. That's pretty impressive. That's because he's Sean Oz. But anyway, I think so. I'd give him new batteries. This was Squirrel, SQRRL. It's the first time I tried it. So Bill Thomas was trying this peanut butter whiskey on his channel. And it's a name brand peanut butter whiskey, and it was reasonably priced, so I grabbed it. It's okay, but I mix it with it's got a little Bailey's mixed in with it. That's all.
Yeah, that's exactly what I told her. That's what I told her. Yeah, I know.
Sounds good.
I know your drinking habits. We're getting a little too close here, Bill.
Not get close enough. We need to get closer.
The entire internet knows
I need
Bill's
to be in the
drinking
Philippines.
habits.
Yeah, I know. Pretty much everybody knows what I drink. That's true. It's true. Don't get full of yourself.
But I want to tie on to you're saying how good the DJI is. Was it DJI? No, not the GoPro. GoPro for replacing the batteries, customer service, and things like that.
Over a year old. We didn't have to replace those. Clearly,
Yeah,
batteries especially.
We'll be doing an update episode on our solar here very, very soon. As soon as we have an event that's getting ready to be taken care of. And it has to do with customer service, and has to do with customer service of the people that we purchased and did the installation of our solar system here at our house. And we've been having some anomalies with our batteries. But the thing is, 3 of us bought a package here. All 3 of us bought almost the same package, and 2 of us out of the 3 of our families here that bought packages, we're having the same problems with these batteries.
Anomalies. Are they going back in time or ripping through the space-time continuum?
Actually, there's a bug, and I think it's a bug in the BMS, the battery management system. And I think there's like they're having a problems with communications and balancing. And when you have batteries with lithium ion phosphate, whatever type, and you have
there's a load balancer to keep
the load balancing is supposed to be happening. What's happening is occasionally they don't happen, and you'll have batteries that are like 100% charged, and you'll have 1 or 2 batteries, like in my case, that are only 10% charged.
Which is not cool, because you're gonna lose batteries in your little battery farm there. So
and then you flip over to the utility grid. And when it's telling you have 100% full battery and it's not providing any battery. Anyway, to make a very long story very short, I'm going to try to right here, is the fact that our solar company is coming out and they're pulling every one of the batteries out, and they're going with another company giving us brand new batteries, and they're
awesome.
And we've had these for 10 months. 10 months we've been running them. We have brand new batteries. That they feel they've been working with this other name brand. It's a different name brand. We'll be talking about that in our episode. That they don't have this kind of an issue, but they get very good customer support from the manufacturer, whereas they're not getting the customer support from the manufacturers for the ones that we have right now.
Oh, don't kid ourselves too. They got to look at the overall picture. Profit margin. Did they make enough money to at least cover most of the cost of this versus customer support? Some people like yourself that have 50,000 something followers, I mean, that may enter into it. I don't know, like with Sean with he's got a large channel. I don't know if it does or it doesn't, or whether they just want to take care of the customers for word of mouth and continual sales in your neighborhood, or a combination thereof, because they still at the end of the day, they still have to show black ink. When they're finished.
I'm going to talk on both sides of the spectrum, and you're correct. We have been a really big influencer with their sales, because they've come back and said they let me know all the time when somebody has purchased the system, that they found out about the information from our channel. So I think you're right in one way, that they want to make sure that we're
the
happy.
other side of this too is if it becomes a point where people can't have this system for more than 10 months, nobody's going to buy the product in the future. So they still have to fix the problem, satisfy their present customers. But
I've talked to those people, the clients that were subscribers of the channel, and they contact me all the time, and I have nothing, or they have nothing but good things to say about the company, about the follow-ups, about the and I got to tell you, we're the only ones that have had a problem out of all the people that I've known, because I don't think they've gotten the batteries that we've got. I think they've gotten different batteries installed in their systems at their house.
Could have been a specific run of batteries from a specific company. You don't know.
Well, let me I'll tell you this, and you're kind of getting, this is kind of a spoiler for what I'm going to be panel. Is the batteries that we actually, they're Fox ESS batteries, and they've gone back to Fox ESS, which is actually based out of China. All of them are based out of China, but they've gone trying to address the problems that we have here, and it's systemic around the world for this kind of a problem, and from what I understand, but Fox ESS is not coming back with any answers or solutions, or not even getting back with them. So I think what they're going to end up doing is this company here, which is a very reputable company, I think they're going to drop the line and just move forward with other companies that they feel a little more secure.
You don't have a choice in that situation. If they want to continue, I mean, unless they're going to grab and run. I mean, but they want to build a base and grow their company. You have to.
Yeah. And Andrew said that, I got a bad batch of batteries. Well, I got a bad batch of batteries. This other person's got a bad batch, and they've said other customers that they've had all around got they're having the same problems that we have here. And I know what the problem.
Let's hope it's the batteries and it's not the electronics in the unit itself that's allegedly charging and balancing the batteries to begin with.
I got to tell you, Bill.
If the batteries are bad and they're showing a short, which means I don't say showing a short, but they're showing that they're loaded, that they're full, and they're not, and so it's allowing it to drain down and draw the batteries. The batteries, if they're bad, they could be confusing the system, more or less. I'm watering that down because I don't know shit. But you know what I'm saying. I mean, if they're showing incorrect, if they're smart batteries. They're not just cells. They have boards on them, and if they're reporting incorrect information, then the system can't possibly charge them correctly.
This is sort of my background, working in electronic systems engineering, integration engineering. So I really know I'm positive where the problem is, and the problem is in the software, the firmware in the software. It's the BMS inside there. But the problem is the company that manufactures those, they're not identifying the bug and fixing the bug and pushing out the updates in a timely manner to the people who need it. So I think the batteries are really good.
If the software is getting bad information from the individual batteries, it's not going to operate the charging system properly. Right?
So anyway, I think the batteries themselves are good. I think the design of the batteries, I think they're good. I think what they use inside, the type of batteries that are good. I just think their software is crap inside there, and they're just not fixing it. I don't think they have the right people inside there to address the issue.
The software in the boards and the individual batteries themselves, or the actual charging system?
The firmware software, the stuff that communicates between each one of them, because when we went inside, there's a way to remote into each one of these. They connect up to an RS port, and we've gone into each one. We have five battery walls inside there. Each battery wall has, I think there's 32 batteries in each one of them. 32? It's either 60 and 30. I think it's 32. And what they can do when they go inside, they can look at the state of each one of the batteries. It's like if you have a DeWalt battery.
And those batteries are reporting the correct. They're reporting the correct states.
Every one of the individual batteries, they're equal on the inside. But what's happening is when the BMS is reporting to the inverter, the BMS is reporting to the inverter that the state of those 32 batteries are at 100%. But when you actually go into the batteries themselves, internally, two of our power walls are only reporting that they're 10% charged. That's where the problem is. So the BMS is reporting inaccurately, and it's inaccurately charging, doing the balancing in between. And that's all a matter of firmware and application software. Anyway, that's enough about it. But I'm just excited. I'm excited that we have a company just like the GoPro battery people are taking care of
Sean.
Sean on those batteries. Yeah. That this company is taking care of us, because I can tell you, I've spoken with other people who've worked with other solar companies around here. When they can't figure the issue, boom, they're gone. They never see them again. And I've seen solar companies here fold after a while, and they just can't handle their customer support, and boom, they go away, or they change the name of the company and they become a different company, But this company.
I'm sorry, James. Art, did you send Sean the link?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go get a drink. Jim, this is very interesting, and it's very cool that this company is backing up their product. I mean, you spend a lot of money with these guys, so thank God. Avata.
All right, Avata.
All right. I also I'm going to look inside the background right here. because many times when I come on your show, I like doing a little bit of a show and tell of some of the projects that are going on here, and I didn't have time to set it up, so I'm going to be looking in the background to open up a couple of slides for a couple of. Well, I couldn't go anywhere, so I decided to use some of the scrap and the spare wood that we have down inside the basement, and I'll do a lead into it once I find it. So hold on, I'm gonna if I can figure out how to I don't even know how to disappear there for a second.
You hit present, and then you go look for what you're looking for. First, you open a tab where you.
Yeah. We went through this already. Let me see if I got to find the files. I downloaded like 2 or 3 pictures.
So, Don, maybe you're being affected by that smoke that we're getting from Canada that's causing you to cough, or the lawn mowing.
I mowed and we let it go really tall, and then I was just throwing up all kinds of crap. So,
okay.
So, hey, this is a unique situation. I'm quiet like a Charles or Dominic.
Yeah. Well, we've been getting smoke from Canada here, and it got really bad today. So I've been staying in all day, James.
Yeah, and this is just a tick. It's just a small tickle in the back of my throat. It's not permanent. It's just a testicle.
So you're getting smoke from Canada. That's pretty far from Colorado. So
coming from British Columbia, Saskatchewan.
Are they having
big forest fires going on up there? So it came in late yesterday. It looked like fog that I was driving in, and last night I woke up just coughing. I'm like, oh, what the heck is going on? And then when I was going to work overtime this morning, got up early and I was checking the weather on my phone, and it gives an air quality index. Normally it's like 20 and below. It was 152. I'm like, oh, no wonder I was coughing this morning. And then when I drove to work, I felt kind of congested, and I could kind of taste that dust or that whatever it was. Didn't kind of smelled smoky, but it didn't smell like burnt wood.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you end up retiring in the Philippines, you just better get used to all of that, because between people burning trash, between them burning the fields, like around here, they have the sugarcane fields, and they burn in those areas like 3 times a year. There's always some kind. As a matter of fact, I just cleaned out of the swimming pool all the ash because it goes up in the air, the black ash, and they're long strips, like about this long, about the not quite as thickness of the width with my finger, but they're like about that. And then they go up in the air, and then as they cool, then they fall down and they fill my swimming pool up. They're all over the yard. You got to wash everything down. It just depends on what direction the prevailing winds are that day, whether you're getting really covered or not. But I don't mind that so much. What I don't like is when they burn the trash, because when they burn the trash, all that, there's toxins and stuff like that all over the place. And because a lot of times they're burning plastics and everything like that. It's really, that might have some of the problem with Ness with her asthma.
Yep, those burning plastics is horrible because that releases the complex fluorocarbons. Just for the hydrocarbons.
So they say
hydrocarbons.
Yeah, and you don't know what they're throwing in the air off those plastics.
You might have to stop this. Art, I'm gonna share this.
Okay.
And maybe you turn it off, because I can't forget how to turn it off sometimes. See this picture I got right here? Can you see this?
Oh, yeah, there we go.
You got it? You showing it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's, remember the white enclosure for the Starlink, the one that has the router inside, the Starlink router and the fans and the. Well, what I found out was the white metal box, the enclosure, even though it has fans, what was happening before the sun was hitting it and it was turning it into an oven. It was radiating on the metal itself, even though the paint on it was white, and it was getting up to it got up to one time, the highest, it got up to 118 degrees inside there. But normally without that, on most other days, it's every single day was getting up to about 114 degrees.
What was the color, what was the color of the metal on the inside?
I'm sorry, what was the what?
What was the color of the metal on the inside?
It's all white. It's white. It's white, painted white on the inside and on the outside. It's a very nice finish. On the inside. So it was acting like an oven. It was heating on the outside, and it was just acting like an oven from the radiation.
Take advantage of that and put some eggs in there and make some balut.
So you see my solution. I made this. It's got the awning style. It's like about a quarter inch slats all the way around.
And it's actually attractive.
It it looks much better than the white box that was sitting up there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're going to go through that much trouble, I think I'd wrap up the cord because that looks like shit, James.
Well, no, it's not done yet. Give me a break, Bill. Come on, man. Do you think I'm going to leave it like this? I'm actually waiting. You see the tie straps on there. I'm waiting for the hinges and the latch for. That's a door that opens up. So that door will open up. It'll allow you access to the white door, the metal case door that you can open up, and then you can access all the components.
So the bees can fly in and start a nest.
Yeah, well, that's just something you have to deal with out here.
Oh, you got a lot of bees inside your house?
No, not inside the house.
You got to fix those screen doors we were talking about. You shouldn't have the bees inside.
There you go. I was able to stop sharing. So anyway, I actually had. Nice. Yeah, so I'm waiting on the hinges to come in, and then it'll be clean. And I'll reroute the cabling so the cable isn't just kind of sitting there like that.
Please do, because that's embarrassing.
So anyway, that's an exclusive view. Nobody on my channel has seen that yet. So.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, James, your neighbor across the street won the Jeepney.
My neighbor across. Oh, Gerard.
So you're gonna have to drive down to the Wawa and go buy them one and bring it over to them.
Are you shipping that to him?
No, I'm not going to ship that. It'll probably cost an arm and a leg and it probably won't even show up like the letters I've sent you.
Well, he probably did. He tell you because he has family in the U.S.
If he gives me their address, I could ship it to him.
Yeah, V has family down. I don't know, somewhere.
You gotta watch out for those international keychain, theft rings that there are out there.
Speaking of keychains, oh God, thanks for reminding me. It's time for a giveaway for the keychain.
How did we remind you? You're the one that brought it up.
Yeah. So put in the
keychain. All right.
Keychain. Hashtag keychain.
Hashtag keychain. I was first? God, it took forever. Max Air, you know the keychains suck. Let's go this. It cost another $19 to send one to me. Oh, you're such a... Did you see what Mark said? That's nice. You can send it to me. I'll send it to him.
I always loved Jim Beauchart's entries.
What did he put in?
Hey, we got another dude coming in somewhere. down in Texas. We got Sean Oz.
Here,
Welcome,
Wichita
welcome.
Falls.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Sean.
What's up,
Hey,
Sean?
howdy.
Just been driving since 9 a.m. I saw that smoke you were talking about, Art.
Yep. It was bad this morning.
There was none up in the mountains, and I didn't see much in Denver, but when I got down to Colorado Springs, it looked like fog everywhere.
Yep.
What did you say was causing? There's brush fires going on? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, up in Canada.
Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get my audio to work better. Apparently.
Those bastards. Canadians. I hate them. What are you driving, Sean? What is that?
What's that?
What are you driving?
Jeep Gladiator.
Ah, okay.
I see the removable roof there above your head. That's the reason I was asking.
Yeah. Sorry, doing this while driving fast.
So, what are you doing on this trip, Sean?
So my mother sold the house, or selling the house that I grew up in, and you know, when you're 20, you leave a bunch of stuff there, and my old comic book collection and album collection is all there. So she was like, "You want to come pick it up, or I'm going to give it to Goodwill." So I'm on my way.
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
We got the drones in the back. I've got 3 drones with me. Oh shit.
Cool.
And, sorry. It'd be easier if I had a mount for this thing. All right. 3 drones with me and a few different cameras. So I'm going to try to put together a video, like a nostalgia video about the house. As well as, you know, go fly some drones.
Cool.
Let me ask you guys, do you think that the Canadians are planning an invasion, so they're putting the smoke down first so we don't see them coming? Huh.
Who knows?
Little fog of war.
Yeah, that's right, Mark. That's how much it costs to ship the keychain to England. $19.
How did you send it?
Well, I
what service?
The same package I send the toffee in.
What service did you use?
USPS.
It was $19.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I mean,
that's all right. Mark's worth $19 to you, isn't he?
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's go ahead and draw. So let's give a. All right, here we go.
Mr. B,
again. Congratulations.
Congrats.
You are the winner, and I do believe I have his address, but
of course you do. He's won like 17 times on this channel.
Oh, and we got Dizzy Dean in the chat, and want to give him a shout out because he had a minor stroke this past week. So glad to see that he is back up and doing well.
So I barely heard what you said. You got the Jeep pickup truck, right? There,
yeah,
Sean?
I got the Gladiator version. It's got the dual reservoir shocks. It's actually I was going in to buy either the Rubicon or the Willys, and then they showed me this one. I test drove it, and it was a no-brainer. It was just such a smoother ride.
Yeah, they're very cool. They're very expensive. They're very cool. Did you have a couple problems with that for a bit or no?
No, I was having some issues with my FJ Cruiser, but it also had 300,000 some miles on it.
Oh, okay.
So I traded it in for this before COVID was like huge and all that. And it's definitely the most I've spent on a car. But I've actually been considering using it for the summer, trading it in for a Dodge Challenger all-wheel drive version, half the cost and double the gas mileage, and the Dodge Challenger versus the Jeep. And then if I miss doing off-road stuff, getting a much cheaper Jeep, because I brought this one up to the top of some of the mountains where I live, and I tell you, it is stressful when you're on like an angle and there's a giant boulder and you're starting to slide and you think you're gonna slide into the boulder in a car this expensive. It's definitely clenches your butt cheeks up a little bit.
Right. No, they're incredibly capable, but they're, an expensive vehicle like that. That's why guys that buy them don't very often actually take them off road, because of what, the investment in them versus a 20-year-old Jeep Wrangler, that you can beat on a little bit, and not feel bad because you got to spend some money replacing,
100% agree with that.
Sean, I wasn't drinking last night, and I'm not on any meds, but did I don't know, my eyes or something with my eyes, did I just see like a pink unicorn jump over your shoulder?
Let's see.
What the? Oh!
You got a mohawk.
Okay. Okay. I feel better now about my sanity, at least.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Going, her hair was pretty long before up in the mountains, because it's still pretty cold up there. It's, in the 20s and 30s at night still, and in the 40s and 50s during the day. So coming to Texas, it's going to be hot as hell, or I assume it will be. So we got our hair cut short, put it in a mohawk, and dyed the mohawk pink. Something to do.
You're saying a Challenger would get you twice the gas mileage. What kind of gas mileage are you getting with that vehicle?
Right now, driving on flat roads, I'm getting about 18 miles to the gallon. Up in the mountains, I'm getting, in the winter, with snow on the ground and everything, I'm lucky if I get 14, give or take. And the Challenger's supposed to get between 24 and 28 or something.
Really?
Hey, this is the last year they're making a gas version of it.
No, I didn't know. I did not know.
They are switching to electric.
Ugh.
So, might be a collector's item too. I've wanted that car for over 10 years. And the crazy thing is, well, they probably won't offer me this now, but during peak COVID time, when car shortages were huge, people were getting way more for a used car.
Mm-hmm.
They offered me almost 10 grand more than I paid for this Jeep.
Yeah.
I should have done it then, but.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything like that. I just have a Santa Fe, but I was looking it up online, and same thing. I was able, 4 years later, 4 years I had the vehicle, and I was able to at least get what I paid for it. 4 years later, it's amazing.
I like Lloyd's comment about
the dog.
Sorry about that. I got a phone call that came in.
Boyd said that dog is going to get beat up in Texas.
She's pink rock. Like pink rock.
Well, in all fairness, it is a small dog.
If she's going to get beat up, I'm going to get beat up too. I got paint my fingernails and wear eyeliner and tattoos. I mean, I grew up in Texas doing all that kind of crap, man. You get some pretty thick skin, whenever you don't look like the normal guy on the street. Though now a lot more people have tattoos nowadays, so it's weird, man. I know you guys watched in the last, let's say, 10 or so videos I've done, or there's one that went pretty big where I did a distance test with the Mini 2, I think it was, during the summer, and I had like colored nails and eyeliner on. I just happened to have the drone with me and went out and made the video, and so I edited it. And every now and then you get comments that people are like, "Oh, what are you like? You bat for the other team? You gay? What is and like, dude, it's so funny because like The tattoos, no one ever mentions. Ever. Right? Like, I mean, it's the same damn thing. It's just decoration on your body, right? There's no difference. Except for the person viewing it. There's a difference, obviously, but it's really no different. But it's absolutely hilarious to me because when I became single again a couple of years ago, I started going back to my old roots. And I tell you, man, like, the girls dig this shit.
Well, it helps that you're a stunningly good-looking guy. You know.
Flattering you guys everywhere.
Hey, Sean, Marianne wants to know, is your dog available?
She's fixed.
Well, so is she.
All the better. All the better.
That's hilarious.
Well, at least she let
I
me
can't read
get
the comments.
better.
If anyone's commenting and questions or whatever, I can't read the comments while I'm driving, so just let me know.
Okay.
I just recently went to Universal Studios in California, filmed a ton of stuff there. They got a new area called Nintendo World.
Yeah.
Which was pretty trippy.
Do tell.
What's that?
Do tell.
Oh, yeah.
They have
Yes.
Nintendo there. Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, you know, good timing with the movie coming out. I don't know if you guys have seen that Mario movie that came out.
Hey, Sean, got a question for you. When you were at Universal, were there places that you could not film, like some of the rides they wouldn't let you film inside?
No, they were a lot better this time. I've been there before, where they actually on the speakers said, "Put your camera away," like on the ride. But this time, I asked, and they said, you know, as long as it's not on a selfie stick sticking up, no problem. So I think their policies changed now.
Okay.
Well, I think their sales are down, so they're going to be a little less asshole-ish about about things.
They were packed, and that Nintendo World.
Yeah.
We spent the extra $25 to get in an hour before the park opened. Well worth it. We walked right up to it, the ride, did everything in there within that hour, and then came back a little later, and it was a 3-hour wait for that same ride.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so spend the $25 if you go. And where they wouldn't let you film in a couple spots is, I used to live in California, so I've done Universal a ton of times. And I've never done the VIP package. So we did the VIP package where when you go on the backlot tour, you get like a private trolley with a much smaller group of people. You get to get off the trolley, walk through movie sets and stuff like that. And they brought us into this warehouse where we got to walk through it with all these movie props and stuff, like Mummy, you name it, like the props with Back to the Future, all kinds of stuff was in there. They wouldn't let us film inside there.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, because I'm getting old and I'm half drunk. Did you say Universal or Disney you were at?
Universal Studios.
Yeah, I was asking about Universal because I remember it's been a while since I looked, but there used to be videos on YouTube where people were trying to sneak into Universal before, because Universal had a very, very strict code on any of the rides, especially the rides where you sit on something and it drives through, or like a roller coaster, things like that. They were real strict about you couldn't do that. And like what he said, they would stop the ride at a certain point because they have cameras and sensors that will sense people doing the videos inside there. Because you had people hiding. They were hiding cameras like in different places on their garments and things like that. I was just wondering.
The one in Florida is different. So there's a ride in Florida I think it's called the Hulk or something like that. It's a pretty extreme roller coaster. And there's a couple other roller coasters. They don't let you have a camera at all. They make you put your stuff in a locker. And they will not let you on if they notice a camera.
Well, I mean, I didn't want anything on the roller coasters that could possibly end up flying out of the car and crushing someone's skull. I remember I was at Was it Universal? I was on one of the roller coasters, and I got out of that car, and you know what was missing from my person when I got out of the car? My wallet. So my wallet, and this is which ride was this? It went over the water. At one point, you actually went straight down towards towards water, and it came up. And I'm thinking, my wallet is in the bottom of that river, So I stood there. They let me stand there and wait for it to come all the way, the right next ride to come all the way around, and there was my wallet. Thank God, with all our money, because this is back when I was broke. We didn't have credit cards, we didn't have anything. I was very young, and there was my wallet sitting in that same car on the floor. So I got it back. So it ended up being oh God, yeah.
I can remember before I moved to Colorado, I went to Six Flags in San Antonio, and the Batman ride at most Six Flags is very similar. It's one of those hang down rides. I think, where your feet dangle and you hang, and it does a lot of loops and stuff. I remember being in the line to go to it, and someone's phone, it was an iPhone of some sort, probably a 4 or 5 back then, and went flying from the ride there was a net, it hit the net, but I can imagine that's probably what they're trying to avoid.
Yeah, because people are stupid. They'll want to pull the camera out during exciting parts of the ride, and those are the parts of the ride where it's about to jerk you to the left or jerk you to the right or scare the crap out of you, and there it goes, and could end up killing a guy or hurting the guy 3 cars behind you, and I can imagine, I can understand. I don't think it's a matter of the pictures themselves versus a device that can actually hurt somebody.
100%.
But maybe I'm wrong.
Disneyland, at least, is very, very cool with you filming on rides and stuff. I filmed a bunch at Disneyland. I did the Star Wars ride.
Well, God bless you. I got to take a second mortgage out to go to Disney nowadays. I don't know. It's so much money. And I live in Florida, and I get the alleged discount. Crazy.
I've only been to the Florida one once. We did a tattoo convention in Tampa, I think it was. And that Monday after the convention, we drove over to Orlando, and I was able to actually do 3 of the parks and ride every ride I wanted in one day. But that was a lot of planning, and you couldn't take any of their shuttles or it was like go, 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 go.
But the best thing to do is look at the weather. If it looks like it might rain, if the weather looks really crappy, that's the day to go, because people do something else, and if you're lucky and the weather holds off, you get right in those rides, because I had a Disney experience just like that. Went right up Space Mountain. It was maybe the 6th person in line by the time we got to the top, and stuff like that, because the weather was so crappy. But the sun came out because it's Florida, and we ended up being able to hit all the rides on the first day that we wanted to hit. The next 2 days, the weather was great, and there's no way I was getting on those lines because they were longer than my, they were just, you couldn't see the end of the ride. So we just ate food, had fun, rented some boats. Those little boats, went on the water, did a little of that. That's always fun, and had a nice experience. But to me, that's the plan. Go when the weather looks bad.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned, you made me remember something I was trying to plan with Ken Dono a while ago. Is we had talked about starting a new channel together and us getting together and going to ride roller coasters, because we both would react so differently. You've seen how he reacts to bugs and spiders and stuff. I don't know if you guys ever saw the video. It's not on YouTube. It was like a short I posted whenever we met up at the, I think it was the Florida, not this year, but the first one, the Florida meetup. Ken and I and the families went to some go-kart place, and they had this ride that you sit in and it just sort of goes around and spins and flips you upside down. And we got footage of him passing out next to me, and I had to hold him to keep him sliding out of the damn chair. It was hilarious.
You need to post those videos again.
Yeah, I gotta find it. I know it's a short, but it's so funny, dude. He's just screaming, and then all of a sudden and I'm like, "Are you faking this?" And he was out, man.
Oh man.
Everybody's different. It's got nothing to do with cowardice. It's just, yes, it does. No, it's gonna. A friend of mine, a person that worked for me actually went on America's Funniest Home Videos and won $10,000 because she passed out up in Kissimmee. There's a park where what the heck is it? Old Town it's called, and they've got one of those slingshot things, that puts you up and then brings you down.
Yeah.
And she screams and passed out. And she won 10 grand for that.
That's worth screaming for.
Yeah.
There you go. Maybe Ken Dono could win some money.
I'm sure he could with his reactions. Oh man, you guys saw the bat video, right? Where he sees the bat.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Oh man, that was amazing. But
well, you ought to see the bat video that I took in the Philippines, which was pretty cool.
Did you go to the Philippines, Art?
Yes, I did.
Really? Tell us about it. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
We went to the bat cave at the resort where we were staying. It was a few miles away, and I've got video. You go to my channel and watch the shorts. You can see the video, the bat.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Bats are always been very interesting to me. I used to want one so bad as a pet when I was younger.
So James, next time if you ever get a chance to go down to Mindanao, go to Samal Island and do some tours over there.
Yeah, I saw that. I followed you when you were down there. I followed you.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be. It's really not the the ride from Davao to that is very, very short. I didn't realize it was that close.
No, it was. Well, I mean, across. Yeah, the boat ride was like 10 minutes.
Oh, here. Let me see if I can figure this out. Keep talking. I'm going to see if I can set up. Because you were talking about being down there. I actually found a video, not of the drone shot, but when you were here, the first time you had Lomi. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh, you saved that. Oh, that was good.
Let me see if I can figure out how to present it to you. Keep talking. I'm looking for it.
Okay. So, one evening we went to the one end of the island where the condo man.
We're gonna add some calamansi. Can you hear? Can you hear this?
Yep.
I do it with the fork so we don't get the seeds. Put the seeds over to the side.
I think you need more hair on your arm.
This is teaching. That's actually a gorilla. That's my gorilla waiter. Okay, so that'll be yours. And what you're going to do when you
make yours first.
Okay, Mick, it's fine. We're teaching him how to do it.
I could just keep pulling hair out of your teeth and stuff.
And I like to slay.
Sillies.
BD.
Inside there, and actually you can cut it up in little pieces. What she has is makes it easy. These are super hot.
Is that soy that you just put in there with the little bag?
That's right, yeah.
And then
when you order out and let it eat out.
All right, now the way you eat it,
you put 3 ingredients.
You take
soy sauce and
a little bit of this, and you put it in with your, and then you'll eat your. So.
yeah.
Mm.
Put a little bit on.
That looked like snot.
Okay. And
On the spot where you want your.
Look how scared Artie looks.
Yes, and then you eat. Yes.
And that's the lechon you got right there too.
right.
Lechon is ham. Or pig.
It's pig, yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay. How do I? Okay, now I got to get that off. How do I get that off, Art?
You could just you just close it and it goes away.
Yeah.
Can you close it?
I don't know. Did it go away?
No.
No, we're still
There you
looking
go.
at Artie's.
Art, close
Artie.
it for me. I don't know how to close
I cannot close it on my end.
it. Okay.
No. Is it open in a tab? Close the tab.
Close the tab. No, it's.
There you go.
There we go. I
Okay.
figured it out.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's the easy way to
That
get
was
rid of
good. You know what? I looked up some videos on how to make glow meat. So
Actually,
What's
it's
it,
actually a
what's
process.
it called? What's it called?
Lomi. Lomi.
Blow what?
Lomi.
Lomi.
Sorry.
Lomi.
Lomi. And what's the thickening agent? It looked almost like it had egg, like
I think
eggs.
it's I think it's cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
I think is the yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it's noodles. It's noodles. It's like some kind of a broth in there, like a beef broth
Chicken
or something
broth.
like that. Maybe chicken
or
broth. Yeah.
pig broth. Yeah.
And
Elon's
they
right.
have-
It does look like egg drop. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there's like eggs.
Now,
Anybody going to
she
spin up
didn't
this
put
year?
any chicken livers in there, did she?
There is liver in, but normally I never see. Sometimes it's like one piece of liver that they'll put inside there, but normally, because I'm not a big liver fan, I always give that to Ness. She likes the liver.
Sean was asking if we're going to spin up, by the way.
Yeah, this being the possible last year Kelly does it for a long time. Anybody going?
My ticket's purchased, but I'm not sure if I can make it or not. I tell you that weekend with the race, the hotels are insane.
Yeah.
Are you going? Are you going, Sean?
I haven't got a ticket yet, but my dad lives there, so I'm sure I'll make an excuse to go. And,
Well, can we all stay at your dad's place?
it's about an hour drive from the event.
I have a tent.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll give him $50 a day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you'd go for it, but
No, I mean I won't eat his food. It's all right.
so,
No, Bill's gonna be bunking in the tent with me.
some race or something going on, and the hotels are already booked up.
Yeah, we were just checking prices before you came on, and it's in the hotel I stayed in last year. It's more than twice as much as not last year, but the year before is
What is
more
it
than
a night?
twice. Huh?
How much is it a night?
The Best Western was $340 a night.
For a Best Western?
Yeah,
That's insane.
338. Well, thank you for reminding me. I stayed at a shit hotel. I appreciate that. But but it was very convenient. It was right there by the meetup place on Friday.
Yeah.
Literally, the next parking lot. You could walk across the parking lot and you were there. And it was a short. It wasn't maybe a 15-20 minute walk to the meetup. So it was very conveniently located. Everybody else stayed at that Spring Hill Suites, and that is like $450 a night.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe I should check hotels before I buy a plane ticket.
Yeah, Red Roof Inn right now, $104, which was like $63 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think I stayed at the Spring Hill, and it was like 110 or something a night.
I was thinking, if not renting a hotel and the money I save, I could buy a pop-up camper.
Yeah, there you go.
You could actually buy one, maybe spend a couple extra $100 tops, but then you got to find a place to park it. So where's your dad live?
Walmart, any Walmart.
They'll kick you out.
Walmart parking lot.
Yep. Motel 6. There you go.
Yeah.
They'll leave the light on for you.
Well, I stayed at the Best Western the last time, and it was okay. And if it's $339 and the Motel 6 is still $105, I don't know if I want to stay there.
When we had Spin Down up by me, that Best Western, we had everybody blocking rooms there. I think it was like 100 to 150 a night. You open the door and there's a lake and mountains.
Yeah.
What if
it was clean and they were friendly though. So it's what else are you gonna do?
Well, I've stayed at
They left the light on for you.
Usually the Best Westerns aren't bad.
I don't know.
What events did you say was going on that weekend?
I'm sorry?
What's making the cost? What's making the cost go up?
Oh, there's a Formula One race.
Huh. Well, like downtown through downtown Austin or something?
I
don't know. So somebody brought it up tonight. They said that the Formula One's in town, and it's caused, and the rooms are filling up already, which is causing the price to fly out the window.
Damn.
So, I've always wanted to have some kind of little camper anyway. So I have a trailer hitch on my Santa Fe. I may actually get myself a little pop-up.
There you go.
Why not?
You can
I'll be hot and sweaty and stinky, but that's okay. I smell bad anyway. So
you can advertise it to the other guys go and make some money, and they can all crowd into it. Like,
yeah,
rent it out.
It'll be a mobile porta potty. Yes, the toilet's open. Come on, guys. I don't know. We'll see. There are campgrounds there.
I did see in the chat earlier, Joe was talking about trying to go to Ken Heron's event in August. Anybody else?
I couldn't make the flights work for me. I'd have to fly into Memphis, rent a car, and
kind of like to do that too.
Yep.
Yeah, he said Nashville was about an hour, I guess. If you fly in there.
Yeah, it's further away. Memphis is the closest big city.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still a 15, 16-hour drive from where I'm at. So I thought about it, though. I mean, I'd kind of like to do that, too. That might be more reasonably priced as far as hotel rooms and all that stuff is concerned, But I already got my ticket to spin up, so we'll see what I can work out.
Yeah.
I mean, what you can do? You can rent yourself a nice big motorhome and split it amongst a couple of guys. And then it becomes reasonable,
Why don't you guys look for Airbnbs and everybody can split Airbnbs?
Yeah. Thought about that.
Everybody gets their own room that way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe I want to share my room with 6 guys that snore and pick their ass at night.
You have fun with that.
And you don't snore, do you, Bill?
Say, my wife's RAV4 has a air mattress, fits in it pretty good.
Yes, Artie, I do snore. I'm a professional snorer. I have a CPAP machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I blow that mask off my face at night. So, yeah. So do you? You got a CPAP?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And that's why I woke up in the middle of the night coughing with all that ash floating around from the fire.
It's amazing. That ash is all the way from Canada to Colorado. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, I had no idea. It looked like fires to me, but I had no idea where they were coming from. And not at all up in the mountains. I guess they're getting blocked by the mountains. It was sunny and clear as could be when I left this morning.
Mark makes a good point. He said, I would imagine with the F1 race being on, all the B&Bs will be full as well. Airbnbs.
It's still worth checking.
Can't help to look. I mean, it is early.
Mm-hmm.
People wait for the last minute.
But, even if the Airbnb is a little more expensive, you got, a 4 or 5 bedroom, you got 4 or 5 guys sharing it. Takes the cost down.
Yeah, but you gotta like people for that.
That you do.
You gotta spend time with people and look at them.
You just lock yourself in your room.
Smell them and put up with them. Share a bathroom.
Rent like a mansion or something, then you got like all kinds of space.
There you go.
Get like 12 people in it.
I'm telling you, I'm looking for a pop-up right now. I'm when we were off the air, I'm going to search for a pop-up and have that.
And we got Itchy Sack in the chat. Hey Sam, good to see you. And we got Lon Denard in the chat.
Oh yeah, he's been making fun of us for a while now.
Yep. And Maddie's back. Hey, Maddie. So evidently Justin must be boring.
Oh, Justin's on? Justin who?
I don't know. Sickly, Stucky, Starkey. I don't know what it's.
Oh, Lon is getting perverted. I'll get on XNXX. It's funny, he knows the name of the website. That's a real website. It's funny that I know that. XNXX when I want to have a pop-up. Yeah.
That's I used to love the pop-up campers. Back when I first was in the military back in the early '80s, I used to rent the pop-up campers from MWR, and we used to always bring it down by the lake. But that's something they don't do here in the Philippines. I think it would go over great because there's so much property around, like the lakes they have around here, and there's so much resort type area around here, but nobody's really grasped the concept of any type of camper. You don't see any. They don't do RVs over here. There's no.
It'd be nice to get a good one that actually has an AC in it. You know, has a fiberglass roof.
Yeah.
Versus an actual tent type pop-up, which does not have that. Because I'd like to have AC and a holding.
They don't. Because I have not seen that anywhere here. Now I went to a one of the conventions up in Manila where they show all new products and things like that. They call it Worldbex here, World BEX. I went there back in 2017. I think it was 2017 or 2018. And the first time I'd ever seen, it was a camper. It wasn't a pop-up. It was a regular camper. And they had it there, and I thought it was great, really expensive. But I've never seen one anywhere on the road around here. And I've never seen any of the resorts set up where they have like a little pad or hookups. I've never seen that around here. I think it would do great here. I would be doing a lot of traveling to places like that and hauling a pop-up like that around, or a small camper or something like that. They just don't do it here.
Now, James, I hear they're going to do away with the jeepneys.
I have not heard that.
Yeah, I've been seeing that popped up here and there, that the jeepneys are going away.
It's not going to happen, Art. I will tell you. I've heard conversation before where some of the government places, like in cities, where they want to get rid of the jeepneys and they want to move over to like the bus type of mass transportation inside the cities, or the buses that have the solar panels on the top, and do like hybrid type of bus, which is good. It's actually a good thing, but what would end up happening? It would put so many families out of business. Oh my God! Yeah. They're just here in Lipa. I would say there's maybe 500 jeepneys just here in the Lipa area, all over that not totally based right here, but it will go like from San Juan to Lipa, all of the surrounding provinces around here that go into Lipa, plus the ones that are here inside Lipa. They've tried to pass bills on that before, but they've never passed. It would just hurt too much of the economy. What are they going to do with these people when they don't have jobs? You know. So, Morning, Chris.
Hey, Art. What time is it in Colorado right now?
It is 8:04, 8:05. It just turned. So we just passed 3 hours.
I wasn't sure if I crossed the time zone yet.
Well, Sean, you are totally black there. We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah. So I'm going to make space for somebody else. I'm going to jump out. You guys have a good show.
Okay.
appreciate you entertaining me and keeping me awake for a little while. Still got another 2.5 hours to go to my destination for the night.
Well, thanks for popping in, Sean.
Yep. Take care, guys.
All right, Sean. Good to see you, man.
Thanks for stopping in. You're always entertaining. Take care, Sean.
Good night, Sean. Yep.
Oh, nice and quiet. No road noise.
Yeah, Bill, you might want to check out VRBO. Looks like there's still some pretty decent. You're not going to be right in town with. So you'd have to drive in, but.
I'm sorry, what?
The
VRBO?
VRBO.
For what?
For places to stay for spin up.
No, I mean there are places we just have to.
Yeah.
You'd have to drive. You have to drive a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we make it sound. Oh, it's 12 miles away. That's nothing.
Although a teardrop trailer would be nice. I like the look of those.
Yeah, then you have it and you can use it. You know, and.
My wife doesn't like the idea of a teardrop. She gets claustrophobic and she doesn't like the look. They look like coffins to her.
You actually have more headroom in a pop-up. You get a fiberglass roof pop-up, but the price
it's got to be more room than an air mattress and a RAV4.
That's true. I've told her that. Now, my parents had a pop-up when I was a kid that had the slide-out beds with the canvas and everything. And the second it was warm enough to pop that thing up, me and my brother would live out there in that thing all summer long.
I mean, if there's a place I could find to park and nobody would bother me, I could sleep in the back of that SUV. I mean, the thing folds up. There's plenty of room back there. Put a little air mattress back there and just shower in somebody's hotel room.
Yeah.
That actually has money. You know.
Yeah.
We have those here in Denver. They're called homeless people.
Okay, fine. That's fine. You guys are just harsh.
I got no problem.
It's going to be pricey to get a camper, Bill.
Yeah, I just noticed how high the prices have gotten on those. I probably should have bought one a long time ago.
Yeah, while you've been chatting, I've been doing a little bit of searching for you.
They're exceptionally high. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4-person campers, like I think $9,000 is the cheapest one I found.
Yeah, no, I've seen less than that, but you know,
small enough to be towed by a motorcycle was $3,500.
I'm thinking about one of those, a little tiny one that I don't mind sleeping in an enclosed space because when my parents would get like a new refrigerator or something, I would live in those boxes.
Yeah,
when I was a kid, I'd crawl in. That was great. It doesn't bother me. Also, if I could get like a little camper about the size of a coffin, maybe a little bit more room, but not much, that'd be perfect for me. I just need a place to sleep.
It's like that's why I think those tiny homes are such cool concepts and ideas. I could easily live in something like that, but my wife would be like, "Well, that's just big enough for my shoes."
How about that right there?
There you go.
A tent on the top of your vehicle.
Nobody will bother you there.
$1,000. No, of course not. Just pull the ladder up and, Rubio. And then that looks like Lost Boys kind of thing, but that's okay. $1,000. Brand new Bass Pro Shops. We'll check it out.
There you go.
Oh, I miss Bass Pro Shop. Oh, I miss that. That's one of the things.
What, you guys don't have that?
No. No, that the fishing over here is very. I don't know anybody that does sport fishing over here. All the fishing is for the.
You go YouTube it, James.
Go where?
Go YouTube fishing in the Philippines. There are guys out there with.
So most of the fishing in this area is the professional fish where they set up all the nets inside the lakes and everything like that. Yeah. But rarely ever do you see anybody doing any sports fishing around this area.
Well, if you go like
maybe
north in Luzon, out at the big reservoirs, you could catch some bass and whatever there. Now, deep sea fishing, you go out on one of those.
Deep sea fishing, yeah, they have that here. Yeah,
one of those fishing boats, And I've seen guys out there with a rod and reel, and they're pulling up tuna and rudder fish, and yeah. So check those out on YouTube. And and then there's guys that they find these small ponds that have some duckweed, and it looks like nobody's fished it for like forever, and they throw in a topwater lure, and they're catching snakehead about 2 feet long. They're catching fish out of there. Yeah.
Oh, I don't have my. Oh, maybe I can. Maybe it's on my iMessage. I want to send you a picture. I want to send you a picture of what Gerard found in his backyard yesterday.
Oh.
If I can find it.
You go.
Okay, so.
You go.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Yeah, where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Oh, no shit. I could buy a pop-up camper that needs work Sunday for $500.
There you go.
Fleetwood Coleman Rio Grande. Body and frame in excellent condition. Has large storage. Floor very good, except one spot. Put table over it? No, how about fix the floor? Has all electrical. Has propane hookup for tank. AC, I was told works. Needs roof fix with rubber latex that I will throw in. Brand new 5-gallon bucket of. Not that you need all that. Okay. Ceiling needs to be done. Has 4 doors. It's fixed rubber for $500. You know, has 4 mattresses. 2 never used. 1 still in plastic. 16 feet long. Closed. That's wow.
See that one right there?
Just do the work. Get it ready.
That little guy right there, be perfect.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
I just.
Oh. Oh wow, that looks like a garter snake.
It's a what do they call it? Pipe? Not a it's a cobra.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. Well, that's what they said it was, and I believe it. Yeah.
Looks like you killed it.
Because I think the gardener got it, and the gardener is native to right here. He's our gardener too. We share the gardener, Ponciano, and yeah, and I think that's yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's it. The first one that they found in their yard over there. We usually see about maybe 2 or 3 a year here in our backyard. I think Marianne actually got bitten by one time because she had these 2 marks, and she was really deathly sick for about a week. Right after we found that. So.
Well, guys, we've done 3 1/4 hours, so I think it's about time to shut this bad boy down. And
well, I don't feel like I got to talk a bit because Charles kind of hogged the whole show this whole time.
Every week.
He is a chatterbox, you know.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So everybody in the chat, thanks for coming. Chris, good to see you. Sam, good to see you. Maddie, Lon, and Mark and all the rest. Thanks for coming. You all have a great weekend. Take care, and we'll catch you next week. Bye-bye.
Good night, folks.
Ciao for now.
Cheers.